Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Psyche here, and today we are bringing you some more Top Survivor gameplay. Today, we will be playing by ourselves, because that's what Top Survivors do. They don't need anyone. No, I'm just kidding. You should absolutely play with the team. But guys, I'm so excited to be bringing you another Monday stream. What's going on, everybody? We got Marvelous, Swagot, Angelica, Salted, Caramel, probably. I can't see their name because it's too long. Probably. We got Mike here as well. What's going on, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Guess whose chat is now loading? There we go. Alright, there we go. Now it's working. What's going on, Lemon? Ooh, we got Mesty here. Welcome, Mesty. Mesty. A little bit blessedy. Taken to the Wendy's. Eat a little burger at Wendy's. Not the Spider-Man burger. We ain't doing that. It's like, you gotta link me with that intro music. It's fire. It's called, I don't know if I can link, but here, I probably can. I'm the channel owner. There you go. It's called Another Perspective by Silent Partner. Silent Partner gives a lot of copyright-free music, and it's pretty good, so you guys can use it for free without having to worry about copyright strikes. Thanks, YouTube. Isn't YouTube so nice? Thank you, YouTube. Alright, we're not gonna ban Herman. Herman is a boosted hunter. All these hunters are not very good bans. The whole backside of the book is not worth banning. The whole backside of that book is not worth banning. There's nothing that's good that I would really suggest banning. The only reason is because people only use those back hunters, so no one actually uses like the best hunters. No one uses like the super scary stuff like Sculptor or Dreamwitch, or like the super safe stuff like Bonbon. People just go with Waxy. Clerk is a pretty safe pick, I suppose. That's the one hunter like on there that is the best at banning on the backside. Like Clerk, I could understand. I could see where you're coming from if you ban Clerk. Thank you so much to Leo. Seki, how are you doing lately? Thank you so much, Leo. I'm doing great. Fantastic, especially because you just donated some California 220 moolah. Thank you so much, my man. Let's not play Thief on a map that's really bad for Thief. What makes Thief a bad character on this map, you might be asking? It's because there's all these random trash obstacles in the way. When a hunter is walking up to you as Thief, you gotta remember that as they're walking up to you, they can go behind trees or rocks or walls to slightly get a little bit more distance closer to you without gaining flashlight stun progress. So they're getting closer, you're not getting flashlight progress, you know, it's a lose-lose situation. And Leo's memory has pretty much every area in the game has that. There's not a single area in Leo's memory that's just like open space that you can just safely go to with the with Thief. Dude, I'm not even gonna need this heater anymore. I'm never gonna use this thing. I should really move this. I'll move it after this match. Should I make popcorn, guys? Bro, absolutely. Because this is gonna be crazy. You're gonna want some popcorn for this one, Mike. Pretty safe spawn for Patient. Very safe. One of the best spawns. It's a wheel. That's not good. That's really not good. Very few good, what's it called? Very few good window opportunities here on Leo's memory, making it one of the harder maps to kite wheel on. Oh, don't you guys love it when people don't ping their ciphers? It's so nice. Thank you. I wasted my time. We'll just go to the hunter's spawn now. It's not a big deal. The hunter's not gonna come here. They might, but you know, it's really late at this point. There's a few things we could do here as Patient. Usually most survivors would be kind of helpless in this situation against Wheel, but since we're playing Patient, we can actually use one of our hooks to reach a window over there, which is really, really nice. Same with Mercenary. These two survivors can do it best. Although with Wheel, you typically don't even want to hook until they come out of Wheel, but very often they'll put one spike in you and then they'll come out right away. So We'll get value from the hook, and we'll get value from you. That is the key to Wheel. You just want to boost away as they're coming out of Wheel. Which is why window boost is really not that bad against Wheel. Whenever a Wheel comes out of Wheel, funny how that works. When Wheel comes out of Wheel, you don't actually necessarily need flywheel. Sometimes I'd rather have broken windows, because The distance is what really matters. You know, if I'm gonna die to a blink anyway, then what does flywheel do for me by flywheeling a trap? Not much, really. I'd rather get super far away. Yo! Again? Leo, was that an accident? Carry the match, Sakey. Thank you so much, Leo, for the Californian CA Californian $550. It's Canadian, I know. But it's Californian to me. Some days it's Californian, you know. One day maybe California will become its own country. Dang, that was a dirty stun. That was nasty. Bro's crying. Did you guys hear that? He's crying after that pallet stun. Oh, I almost feel bad. Hopefully it doesn't come after me, because I'd be a pretty... I think we're actually going to do the slightly safer Cypher. We're going to let Mercenary have the more dangerous one. Especially because the target is right there. Dude, yeah, I definitely gotta move this heater next game. Whew, gotta charge my iPad this stream. Bro, is it Psyche's birthday today, or are we just spoiling it today? No, it's not my birthday today. Unless you're one person who thinks my birthday is June 23rd. No names, I'm not gonna say any names. But it's not June 23rd, it's July 25th. That's my birthday. Happy Pride Month? Yep. It's June. June, fellas. Oh man, Mercenary got it. That's okay. You know, if he was taking a hit to body block for batter, that's fine. Now, if you take 2 hits to body block for batter, well then that's kind of pointless. We can't even remove his spikes. I would really like to remove his spikes. Man, if he has like a blink here or something, we're in trouble. I don't even have like a type or anything. This is pretty much just... Oh, I could actually take this trap for him. Let's take this trap for him. There we go. It was gonna disappear anyway at this point, honestly. So he's swinging. I don't know, guys, what this wheel is doing right now. Bro is a little bit clueless. He's a little bit lost. Where is he going? We'll never find out. Right. We gotta be a little bit careful here. A little bit dodges would be nice. Somehow that counted. But that's okay. We are playing Patient, a very, very brain-dead survivor against Wheel. One of the easiest survivors you can play against this hunter. And that you cannot hit that trap. So he's gonna snap us here, gonna leave, so we're gonna immediately go back on the Cypher. There's no reason he's gonna keep chasing us. And if he chases us again, this time we have an even better plan. This time we're gonna actually have access to Factory if he chases us. Hopefully we'll get a window boost. The window boost will be really nice. And I'm hoping that he's going to actually... If he comes after us, I'm hoping he actually comes from this side and he comes out of Wheel on this side. Because what that means is we're gonna get a window boost. We're going to be able to boost away from the hunter. We're going to be able to run to Factory. He's not going to be able to snap us in time. At least, I don't think so. As long as I come out of vault the window fast enough. It's a 14-meter radius, something like that. It's either 14 or 12. I forgot the exact number. And then he'll have to vault the window, which will slow him down. We're going to hook up to the second floor. And we're going to have a great setup. And he's not going to be able to snap us at that point for a long time. If he wants to snap us, he can. We'll be all the way in the Factory, though. Ready for another rebound with our third and final hook. By the time he finally does catch us. So the Mercenary's opening a chest. That's okay. No one's really been on chair, so him playing a little bit safe is fine. If we get chased here now, though, I think I am going to save my hooks. There's not going to be a whole lot of points using these. Especially because he can very easily snap us now to death. So now that we actually died with snap, there's not much point committing any more items into this kite. As opposed to the last time, we were able to use the hook, force a snap out, puts him on a very long cooldown, and we're still alive at the end of the day. So, much better outcome, much better payout. So he actually primed that Cypher up for us, which is fine. I don't want to do a Cypher that's chaired by, but if it's already primed, then there we go. That's fine. We'll go ahead and do it. Cypher is primed. It is primed. Mercenary elbow pads are right here too. Entomologist could maybe pick them up. He actually opted for a perfume. So hopefully the entomologist picks hopefully the entomologist picks those up. Alright. This will be a good opportunity. Come on! Yep, that's how you do it! Cancel the animation. There's also a second way you can do that. You don't have to do it the way I did it. I'll explain more in a second, but right now, We're in a very intense kite right now. And we definitely do need to survive this. There's no way we can afford going down here. So there's two ways you can go about that with patient. You can either try to hook immediately after the first hit and avoid the second spike completely. But if you're not a super good patient, if you're like me, you don't play patient a lot, you're not very good at canceling the animation, then what you can do is you can cancel the animation of the full presence and then try to hook. The way you cancel it is you have to stop moving and then start moving again. That's how you cancel the animation of getting hit by a spike. Crouching should do the same thing as well, but I really wouldn't recommend that mid-kite. There we go. He did hit us with the double spike, but I'm perfectly okay with that. We're not in a situation where we really need to avoid the double spike. It would be nice to, but I'm not at that level yet. Yeah, there we go. Great ending. The fact that we didn't go down by gate there really made a huge difference. That game would be a lot different. We weren't able to get away from the gate and hook away. Able to hook away in time before he can even swing at us. So that's really nice. Psyche, I can't even hear over my popcorn machine. Dang. So loud for no reason. Bro, I want a popcorn machine. Where's my popcorn machine? Psyche, don't scream. I got you on full volume right now with AirPods in. Oh no, there's no hope for him right now. He's got AirPods in. Alright, there we go. That was a pretty clean win. I don't know what happened early game that match. Something happened with the batter and the kiter. Somehow they worked together and they were able to kite out that wheel, no problem. So very good work from both of them. Takeout, what is that emoji? It's just takeout. It's literally Asian takeout food. Bro, if YouTube doesn't stop making these weirdo emojis, I'm gonna scream. Psyche, do you recommend Broken Windows Patient? I tried to do that and a lot of people said I was selfish for not bringing Tide. You don't necessarily need 2 Tide Turners is the biggest thing. If you don't have anyone with Tide Turner, or you don't have any rescuers, the only reason you wouldn't have Tide is if you don't have any rescues, but Patient is good with Tide Turner, but again, you don't necessarily need it. You don't really necessarily need the Tide Turner. Hold up. You could get a second Tide Turner if you want. It's really optional, but I wouldn't call that selfish. Especially if you have Antiquarians on your team. Antiquarians can rebound by themselves without Tide Turner if they're the ones on chair. Or she can be the rescuer and just go ahead and smack the hunter a couple times. And really, Antiquarian is just the best rescuer when it comes to supporting other people. And so, that really means you don't really need stuff like Patient or secondary rescuers like a second Gravekeeper or something like that. Assuming you have like a mercenary first officer, you wouldn't need like a second rescuer like Coordinator or what's his name? Or Gravekeeper. Alright, we should probably pick something now. So no, I don't think that's selfish at all. If you don't bring Tide Turner for Patient, I think it's perfectly fine. However, if there's no Tide Turners on your team like we have right now, that's when I would take Tide Turner. Did I say mercenary with broken windows? If you have no mercenary rescuer on your team. What's up, Joy? Welcome to the stream. What's up? What's good? What's good? Welcome, welcome. It sounds like a pain to clean up. I want a movie theater one. Oh, those are the best. Where would you put that, though? I don't know why the hunters would spawn there. It's possible that they're trying to block off Graveyard, but because of the way they spawn, they could potentially end up blocking Island instead. So we'll see here, we'll see. If Graveyard is blocked, we'll be free to kite Graveyard though, because we know for a fact Prisoner... Well, maybe Prisoner's gonna wait out the 40 seconds. That could be another possibility. Always gotta rotate here the Hunter early game. Yep, Graveyard is not blocked, which is exactly what I expected. I don't know why the Hunter would choose that spawn of all spawns. Let's see here. Gonna play this super safe. This is a geisha. Very difficult for a patient to deal with, so if I can take some strategies or some routes here that no other survivor can take and is very difficult for the geisha to deal with, that is preferable. Hooks like that is what we need against geisha. She's not going to be able to catch up to us, and the hook saves our lives in the end anyway. So I was expecting her to dash there. She didn't, to my surprise. The moment I saw it was a geisha. But man, Prisoner was hiding this whole time, which is fine. That's fine. He did his job as a decoder, not getting found early game. That is the what you have to do as Prisoner. He did end up getting found in the end, so all that time spent hiding was really for I wouldn't say nothing, because our other two teammates did get in some decode, but very little at best. If anyone got the most decode, it's probably the batter. Prisoner does end up going down right away, which is really nice. We do love to see that. We do love to see Prisoner. Now, the whole problem with Prisoner is that you hide just like any other decoder. You waste the same amount of time hiding as like Mechanic or Mind's Eye. You have to play just as safe as Prisoner. The problem, you don't get half as much decode as you do with those other survivors. Even Mechanic can at least hide and decode with a robot still at the same time, which is not something that Prisoner can do, nor can Mind's Eye. But at least when Mind's Eye hides, she gets a huge payout out of it. Now, okay, so this Hunter is clearly not going to leave the Cypher because he sees the other two Cyphers shaking, so there's no reason for him to leave our Cypher. So we're just going to do a new Cypher, and we'll leave that other Cypher up for later. So, I really don't like Prisoner because, you know, you hide, you do your job. He did do his job. He didn't just do a Cypher right away and end up getting found right away. He did his job. He did hide early game. But the problem is you spend so much time hiding, as much time as a Mechanic or Mind's Eye would. And what do you get out of it? You get 10% increased decode out of it, and then it ends up being wasted because of transmission. If you send decode, you end up wasting it through transmission. So you're really like a normal decoder survivor with Prisoner, which is why I really don't like him. That's why I don't even like it when people send energy, unless it's to the rescuer, so that the rescuer can rescue and then no one has to finish his Cypher later, which is really nice. That's when Prisoner saves time. But otherwise, he's losing decode by sending energy. It's really only helpful if the person has a reason to leave their Cypher. If you're sending energy to like a perfumer or like the dancer here in this game, they're not going to leave their Cypher. You're sending extra energy to them, but why? Why are you sending extra energy to them? They're going to be able to keep doing the Cypher. The only reason you'd send energy to a survivor like dancer is if they're decoding a dangerous Cypher, and you want them to finish it as soon as possible. That's another case that Prisoner can be good. But those two situations don't happen often enough to make Prisoner worth it, and given his ability is not very good, it's okay. It's not the worst, but it's not great either. It makes it not a worthwhile survivor to go. Much better to go a regular kiter, who usually just ends up decoding the same speed as someone else. Think about it that way. We actually can't hook here, which is really sad. We'll try to grab the butterfly. There we go. That's how it's done. Thankfully, she threw the butterfly right at us. So the whole time we can just hold out our hook like this. And look at her. Oh, unfortunately, she was still able to dash over that wall, which I did not know she can do that. I was not ready for that. But we still have another Cypher at, do we? No, we don't. We don't actually have another Cypher. I finished corner house. I forgot I did, but it does get the pressure off of batter. I forgot that she can dash over that wall, so I should have been more ready, prepared for that by already looking behind me and spamming the button when it would appear, and then we would actually cancel the dash in time, and then it wouldn't be a big problem. But we're gonna have to leave this area here. Whatever we can do to leave would be best. I heard her miss her swing in the back. Not the greatest hook, but this hook will get us to a pad area, which otherwise we would die if we didn't use that hook. So she used her dash. She didn't end up hitting it. She was a little bit short. That allowed us to get the hook in, which is really nice. Although I will say that Geisha did not play that very well. I'm going to be honest here. I got a little bit lucky there. 15% Cypher here, though. Not going to be enough, though. And it's going to be very hard to pressure both these Cyphers as survivors, because Geisha's going to be able to move so quickly that we're probably better off just doing Island, which should be the last Cypher here. That's the other option. Problem is, we don't really have time for that. The Inter already went down. So here's what we'll do. She might chair here, so I don't want to reveal myself right away. But she's most likely going to go after batter. If she does that, we'll get a free rescue in here. So she's going to have to make a choice. Pressure the Cypher or pressure the chair. And pressuring the Cypher is the only logical choice she has here. So we'll get a free rescue. We don't want to waste any time not decoding the Cyphers. We'll get that Survivor up off the chair right away, so we're already finishing that next Cypher. And this is only going to take a few seconds to finish. Maybe like 40 seconds to finish this Cypher with accelerated decode plus a second Survivor. I am decoding with a female here, so I am decoding 30% slower though. But it still will be very fast to finish this Cypher. This geisha doesn't have much time at all. Really, she uses like, what, 20 seconds on the chase? And we already have a Cypher halfway. Which is very good value, very nice. So I hope this dancer is gonna rebound. She's probably gonna dash on these stairs actually, which is what I was afraid of. She didn't end up doing that. But this dancer here is gonna have a problem because she's not gonna be able to decode either safely without the hunter chasing her. Hopefully she has some sort of item, or she's at least prepared with that's good enough. That's good enough. That is all we needed. One good flywheel is all we needed there. That was really good from the dancer. We can still rescue her one more time, and that Cypher will be primed. With no teleport available, that Cypher will be primed. You don't even need the Cypher necessarily. But if we can get the Cypher, that would be also nice. The Cypher will be primed by the time we come to the rescue. Gotta play it a little bit safe here, though. And that is perfectly fine. She already used her dash, so she actually has nothing to catch up here. And so we can freely drop that pallet because she committed her dash. If she didn't use her dash, she shouldn't have even broken that pallet, honestly. That was a big waste. It was only worth breaking that if she had faster pallet breaking. Otherwise, I think it's a little bit faster to go around. Maybe not, but by breaking that pallet, you guarantee an animation lock-in. Which now makes it a lot safer to do things. But we're not going to be able to do this gate. I don't understand why people do gates when people switch the trump card right away. But I also don't understand why this geisha is not teleporting right away. She didn't use a blink. Did she just use a blink, guys? I'm a little bit confused. Alright, well hopefully this batter has something. He does, but now I need dungeon or something. This is going to be a tough game, especially with no items. He actually did make it out. We're going to have to YOLO dungeon here. She always... Oh, thank God she's not going in this alleyway. Dungeon's not here, though. Hopefully, she's probably out of butterflies by now, actually. How many butterflies did she use? She used 1, 2 to catch up, and then the third one on the gate. That was her 4th one right there. She should be down to 0 butterflies here. There's her 5th butterfly. We might need to dodge a swing here. There we go. So there's her 5th butterfly right off of cooldown. She used all her butterflies there, as many as she had to catch up from the other corner of the map. She had to commit every single one. And by the time she finally caught up, she committed everything on that batter. She committed her last one on the batter. Batter was able to get out. And then she used the 4th one in the completely wrong direction. If she didn't go in the wrong direction, she would have actually caught us. Granted, we did kind of get unlucky with dungeon. There's a 66% chance that it's middle or corner gate. Not corner gate, fake gate. Either one. Like, we were going to make it even if she did the correct thing. But because dungeon wasn't there, now we actually needed her to do the wrong thing. But thankfully... we were still able to go at it, and yeah. Really, it's kind of tough to say, because as a hunter, there's so many things going on at the same time that it's really hard to make calls like that, but at that stage of the game, that geisha should have realized if dungeon's at corner house, sorry, not corner house, fake gate, she's not making it there no matter what. Her best option is to pray that it's not a corner, that's at the fake gate, and then go take the middle alleyway and hope that it's either middle or graveyard, because then she blocks off 2 dungeon spots from me, as opposed to going to a dungeon that she anyway can't reach, meaning that she makes all 3 dungeons available to me now because of that. So that was very lucky for us that she just followed our footsteps instead of realizing, hey, I'm not going to make it to that dungeon anyway, let's hope it's in the other 2 spots. And that would have been the best move. I think we still would have made it to middle. I'm pretty sure. But it would be a better play in the case that it's graveyard, or there's a chance that she can make it a... well, she didn't know that at the time yet. It's more likely she can make it a middle. There we go. Pretty close tie, though. I really don't like those kinds of matches that get super close. Europeans sacrificing their sleep schedule for Psyche as always. Thank you so much, Europeans out here. Europeans, you're a real one, Europeans. Thank you so much for watching. Psyche's so OP. Leo, are you the same Leo who made me the thumbnail a long time ago? The perfumer one? That was my first ever thumbnail, I'm pretty sure. Alright, here. We're probably gonna ban some crappy hunters like Hermit. Or Nayad. I wouldn't be surprised about that either. It's more likely that someone's gonna pick, what's his name? Waxers and Clerk. Although I would say Clerk is the better hunter. Yeah, it's really hard to say what they're gonna pick. I mean, people literally pick anything. And they will still win. Again, we got Leo's memory. I'm not a big fan of Leo's memory. I really don't like Leo's memory. I never like it as Survivor. I never like it as Hunter. I think I will take a second tie turn here. This map is incredibly OP for Patient, so he doesn't necessarily need a kiting build. We can just spawn middle. Mercenary can go in a more dangerous spawn. Like, why is he going there? Is he trying to bait the hunter? Is he trying to bait the hunter by spawning there? He thinks that the hunter's gonna spawn above him? I think the hunter's gonna spawn Moongate. I don't think that's a good spawn at all. Okay, well never mind, hunter fell for it. A smarter play there from the hunter would have been to spawn Moongate by the 3 pallets, go after whoever is at shed, and simultaneously block off the cipher in the corner that the mercenary spawned on, which is why I don't like it when people spawn in corners like that. It makes it so easy for the hunter to block off the cipher if they spawn on the other side of the map and then just choose the other survivor. He knows that his mercenary is not going to spawn shed. And if some mercenary spawns corner, then so what? He can still go shed pretty easily. And there you have it. We got the N going there right away. Although it will give the acrobats some time to buy for us, just from the hunter walking, which is really nice. Always take those. So, I think it's a good thing we brought Titan in this match. None of the survivor builds are going to help us against Anne that much. Maybe the best one would be like Broken Windows. Just so if she ever puts a cat on me, I'd be able to boost away, and then one jump cancels out a window boost. And so at that point, if we add any extra distance, she won't be able to catch up. Me when I'm doing base rescue in Leo's, and I get stuck in the floor, bro. For real. Alright, unfortunately Acrobat went down pretty early. He probably died to 2 cats there. And it looks like the first cat at the very start of the match actually ended up killing him. Which is really surprising. That's really surprising. Did he get hit there right away? Shit, I wasn't even paying attention. That's a very good area against hands, so it's a little bit surprising. What's up, Jam? Welcome, welcome. I'm glad to see you here. Hope you've been having a good rest of your day. Whatever time it is. I don't know where you are in the US right now, but bro, I hope wherever you are, whether that be 5 or 8, I hope you're having a good evening, good night. Me when I'm doing basement, bro, I just read that. Lucky for Wisteria. Wisteria. However you pronounce it. Bro, sometimes I just read the same comment twice. 36%. Some okay progress. I'm guessing there was no cipher at the corner. Has anyone made a spawn guide yet? No, I'm pretty sure they haven't. I'm gonna search it up. YouTube IDD spawns. There are videos showing the spawn points, but I don't think they're going to show you key spawn points, the special spawns that you should be paying attention to. I don't think we're going to do this rescue. I think we're going to save our health. We're also going to save our items at the same time, because we will probably need to use at least 1 item. So I think it's going to be better off playing it super safe here. And yeah. There's like IDV fan community mates and stuff, but nothing like wow, okay. That's incredibly annoying. That is incredibly annoying what just happened there. What happened there was a little bit unlucky, might I even add. Just barely able to, she shouldn't be able to catch up here. She's going around. We won't be able to reach the catapult. Our goal is to try to hit the catapult. Unfortunately, I am cutting by someone. But if she chooses to break the catapult, then it actually allows us to rotate away. I don't know, like this mercenary's following me. Okay, we're gonna heal up now. Because I really doubt that guy's gonna keep chasing the toy merchant, especially when she's heading straight for the factory. So I don't want to heal so close to Shed that we end up being found. Although we might still end up getting found here. We have to hide here. She actually didn't end up seeing us. That was really lucky. Very fortunate for us. She also has no cats here. Very bad charge attack. Completely mistimed it. And we probably will take a cat here. I think it's going to be pretty safe here. Make sure we trigger the stun first. And run away from the cat so we don't get stunned again. Going to be #1 priority here. And we're going to just go around the wall. We don't have to go directly for the pallet. This is the exact same thing. We still make it to the pallet, and we completely avoid her ability at the exact same time. So, definitely going to try to save these hooks here. Or get a blink out, which is also fine. Now she has no tray for endgame, and we really didn't need to use our hook there. We will get these ciphers done, and so I think she completely wasted that blink there. She should have held on to that blink. Would have been way more helpful late game, because we are going to have these ciphers done no matter what. And so killing me a little bit faster there does not matter at all. So a little bit wasted of a trait there from the Hunter. Which is going to be very good for us. She's not going to get that blink for the rest of this game now. As long as this mercenary doesn't go down here, which he has no reason to go down here. He should be going back to the cipher right now. And we'll get it done. Hopefully we'll get it done. Looks like she thinks that nobody's rescuing, which is really bad timing on her end to be thinking that. And she's going to come into the cipher, which she didn't even break this pallet here. So this pallet is going to be really nice for us dealing with Anne. If she throws a cat here early, and she doesn't break these pallets ahead of time, we're going to be able to completely counter one of her jumps. She'll still have the second one. But she's going to have to fully commit on that cipher now. Because she left the chair alone, there's absolutely no chance of chasing me if she chases me. We're going to immediately vault one of these pallets. We're going to probably hook away to God Corner. Now the hooks will be very helpful. And she probably will get a second blink up now that I think about it. Because she is stalling this game out. Doesn't really give her anything except the second blink. Which is actually probably her best move right now. And if she goes after me, then it's completely fine. There's all these good pals to work with here, and that cat does not touch me. You have to be actually inside the cat, otherwise it will not touch you. And it forces her to deal with both these pallets. Now that she's over here, that cipher gets done guaranteed. So we're gonna wait for a hit here. Hopefully we can get a cat out. Again, really bad charge attack. I don't know why she's breaking that pallet. You should not be breaking that pallet. And there's the cat. So now we're actually set up for a late game fight. It's gonna be a little bit awkward here. They are gonna pop this, right? This jump is gonna make it so I actually can't go anywhere. Another terrible charge attack there. And we just need to get away. We just need to get away. Because of that awkward pop, we're gonna have a very awkward kite here. We're only gonna be able to just stall now. We're not actually gonna be able to kite anywhere good anymore. She ended up missing her cats. Huge mistake. Where is she going? Oh no, where am I going? I actually ran into a box there. And there's that second blink that I was talking about. And maybe we can make it to dungeon? But something tells me she would be able to cut us off halfway through, so I don't know where she's going. But she went through factory, and that just guaranteed that we survive a little bit longer. I went to see what friends are online and almost sent a Seki team invite on accident, bro. I'm lonely, guys. I got no friends. Waiting for the invite. Very boring game. From the end. There's this whole other thing I say about N where I don't understand why people play N. It's just a waste of everyone's time. You're not gonna, against good survivors, you're not gonna ever win. And against really good survivors, you could even potentially end up losing. As long as you know how to deal with your cats and how to drop pallets accordingly early on so that there's nothing you can do, even with the jump. So, I don't like when people play N. I feel like they should play more skill-oriented hunters that could actually give them wins instead of praying that the survivors keep messing up, because you need a lot of survivor mistakes as N. You don't just need one or two, you need a lot of survivor mistakes if you want to win. And so you kind of give up the ciphers for free also playing N, and so it's super easy to just go ahead, do another cipher. There's nothing the N can do about it. You guys saw it that match. We just do a second cipher, Anne comes after us, but because she used her cast and because we set up ahead of time, there's nothing she can do. Even if we didn't have those ciphers, even if we didn't have those pallets set up, I'm pretty sure we had the cipher primed anyway because she ended up leaving it. So that was a pretty easy match. It did get a little bit scary at the end there, when I got cheered in and she actually started chasing Mercenary hard, and we didn't have anyone to rescue me. That would be nice, but that's just where she popped her cipher. She couldn't rescue me any sooner. Did you watch the All-Star Tournament? No. What's the All-Star Tournament? Is it for IDV, or is it something else? Summer got me sleeping in extra, bro, for real. Can't you just have Chick and have it pop up? I think YouTube made it so that it's just like Discord, where you can type in a colon. I think it's a colon, the 2 dots. If you type in the 2 dots and then put the name of the emoji, it'll automatically put it in. It's pretty cool. It's just like Discord. Alright. Pretty safe bans here. Except Hermit, that's a terrible ban. 3 more weeks in school will be over? Jeez, bro. You're gonna be going to school until like June 20th. I remember back in high school and elementary school, I would be going to school until June 20th. We would start school after after Veterans Day in September. Well, that's Veterans Day, right? I think it might be something else. I actually don't think it's Veterans Day, is it? Is it? It's Labor Day. Veterans Day is in a different month. It's very far away from that. Isn't it February? Let me check February. Oh, hi. Oh, hi to you too. When is Veterans Day? Oh, no. Oh, hi. Bro, I just checked 14th. Oh, is this Veterans Day? The 14th of February? Bro, I'm so done. No, it's not in February either. I actually don't know when Veterans Day is. Yikes. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Is it November? Yes, it's November. Only 4 guesses later. It's in November. We finally found out. Anyone know the Wordle of the day? My mom is stressing. Yikes. Mickey, does Mickey play Wordle? What does Mickey play? He always talks about some Wordle, some word stuff. All-Stars an IDV tournament between Japan and China. There were top teams. I have not watched it. No. Haven't heard of it even. What clues do you have so far right now? Oh, you time out the word. Alright. We got Acrobat here. On Church, which is not a bad pick. Not a bad pick at all on Church. Patient would probably be not just in general better on Church, but a lot better in my area specifically. This area specifically, Patient is literally the best survivor here in the game in this area. He's like the one survivor who makes this place kiteable. Every other survivor just needs to get out of here, even Mercenary. Because the thing about Mercenary is that Mercenary's elbow pads, the point of the elbow pads is to get you to a good area. If you're elbow padding to reception, you're going to need to use a second elbow pad. Because you're in a bad area still. So, is that a peeper? Did she just drop a peeper? I wasn't watching there all the way. This might be a Florida hunter right here. Florida geisha on the loose. They used Ember on the All-Star tournament. You know what? You know what? If you can actually catch someone with Ember, you have a pretty good shot at getting a tie. What do you think is the best kiting area in church? Definitely the graveyard. Graveyard is probably the best. But if we're talking, it's hard to say actually because it really depends on your hunter. In general, graveyard is the best place to go. In general. In general, it's the best place to go, but there are certain hunters where you don't really want to prioritize graveyard, either because they get rid of the pelts very quickly, or there's just better options against them. One example is like Wu Chang. If you're up against Wu Chang, you much rather use this window over here. This would become the best area against Wu Chang, because of that window. That window is completely unavoidable for Wu Chang. The best thing he can do is like Umbrella on the other side and switch places. But as long as you have good ping, good reflexes, and a character who doesn't vault slow, you can actually vault faster than Wu Chang can swing. Even black form. I've done it multiple times. You don't need to be acrobat to do it. You don't need to be forward to be able to vault faster. You can literally be playing Perfumer on the other side of the window. He throws an umbrella. We're talking about one where it's like pre-placed, not like he teleports right away. And so you have to wait to see if he's actually going to switch. And then he switches, and you have to vault on the other side because he's on the same side, and you can actually make it onto the other side without getting hit. And so windows are very good against Wu Chang. Another one is Percy. You definitely don't want to be using Graveyard when it's Percy. If you're using Graveyard against Percy, it's just to stall. It's just to help you get to the God window. Or these two windows over here, or literally any window is the key to Percy. The problem with Graveyard Pals is there's not a lot of outplay potential with the Graveyard Pals. Like you need with Percy. With Percy, you need pouts that... The best pouts for Percy are ones that you can easily go around, because then he never knows if you're behind the pout or not. Unless the wall is short, which is a different problem. But, those are the best, because you can outplay them, you can drop it if you need to, and if there's other pouts around it, if he breaks it, you can just use the other one. They're crappy pouts, it doesn't really matter if you spam it. But with the Graveyard Pallets, there's not a lot of outplay potential. You kind of just have to use it right away when you pass it, because you can't really circle a pallet that long on all the sides of the walls. So you end up having to use it right away. He ends up breaking it right away. Wu Chang, Percy, they end up breaking it very quickly. And these are hunters where either, like with something like Percy, should probably use a dash here, which is still fine. Oh, I'm playing so bad. It'll completely stop the dash, so that's perfectly fine by me. She actually ended up swinging there, and it ended up doing nothing. That was a very bad fly on my end. I better stop talking. Alright, we're gonna need to, at least block it. At least block the window. Forces out another butterfly. That's less butterflies that she has for the next fight here. I don't like that they're healing, though. We really don't need... I don't think we really need a first officer to be healed up here all the way. By the way, I'm pretty sure the best play there was actually a mud ball, by the way. Not a white ball, because this is exactly geisha. So she's always going to dash over it. And as long as she's not blind there, she ends up hitting me. But turns out she was blind. I hope this officer doesn't use his watch here. Actually, he might not even have any watches, because he wasted one earlier. Yeah. If this priestess has a portal here, I'd really appreciate it, but I gotta leave right away. That's a terrible portal. Bro literally portaled into somewhere I would die if I take that portal. Now she might die. Hopefully the hunter keeps going after me. If the hunter is smart here, they're probably gonna switch targets though, because that priestess just put herself in a game-ending situation for herself there. Even if that, I'll tell you guys what, that fly was a total waste. Because even if we nailed that fly, we would still get hit. It wouldn't be a terror shock because Geisha swings just slow enough. But it would actually end up being a little bit, it would be pointless. That fly was totally useless. Fly wheel, pretty bad without windows. It also doesn't get you out of a bad area like a window boost would. And it's also basement. At least she used her teleport, so she won't have it right away when the gates will pop. But it won't be that far off. So if we delay these gates, if people aren't at the gate right away, or if I have to do a gate, she probably will have another teleport back up. Because his first option is going to waste a lot of time on chair. I had to still prime the cipher. I'm not surprised that I'm doing 3 ciphers this match, literally. And she's not really doing a good job hiding. I don't know what she's doing. I don't know if she's just sitting at the top of basement. I don't know why the geisha's just... Oh yeah, geisha. Okay, geisha's doing her job because it's priestess. She has to hug the chair because it's priestess. But then, did she just disconnect her? Did she just disconnect? We're realistically not going to be able to do this gate. If this geisha completely guesses which gate we're at, and she will, like we're not going to go to the other back gate, then she actually will stop us from opening this gate in time. So, doing that is not really an option. Doing the gate is not an option. Hopefully she didn't see our tracks. Looks like she didn't. Our tracks do disappear by now. She might actually end up going here to check on dungeon, which is why I'm still hiding my tracks. Unfortunately, she went over there in that direction. I was expecting something else. Screwed it up, screwed it up. You can actually jump over that wall. Maybe you can't do it from that angle. Maybe you can't do it from that angle, but you are able to jump over that wall. Did I actually have to jump over that wall? Probably not. But it would actually be really nice. It would get a second butterfly out. It would probably put her in the mud ball as well. And then we wouldn't even have to use our flywheel button. That is a possible jump. I've never actually used that in a real kite before. That was the first time I was trying that. That area is not very useful. For the ball. It's not very useful. It's not practical. Because it's so easy to go around. So it's only good if you get the hunter to come around from the other side. But why would you go on that side? That area is really crappy. That pout in the back is really crappy. So if you ever go that side, it's because you got surprised, you gotta go there, you have no other options, something like that. It would have been really helpful though. Do people say ciao? No. Unless you're that one boss from Super Mario, Super Paper Mario, that was the game. Dementia, he always said ciao. Seki, do you like skullgirls? I don't know what a skullgirl is. What's a skullgirl? No? What is this? What is this? No, I don't. Great, now I have something really cringy in my search history. Thank you so much. That was really nice. Information that I don't really care about. That's crazy. Alright, how many matches do we do? Only 4. It's actually almost 8 o'clock already and we've only done 4. I didn't start super late today either, so that's another thing. A lot of stalled out matches. A lot of matches today have been really stalled out. Man, I really don't like Leo's Memory. This is such a stupid map. I hate it as Hunter, I hate it as Survivor. Because as Hunter, there are just certain areas that are just stupid broken. Right, but as Survivor, there's a lot of ciphers that are just in really crappy areas. So at the end of the day, what it comes down to is, can you get to an OP area? If the answer is yes, you're probably screwed as Hunter. Alright. It's just really annoying because at least most maps in this game, when you're in a bad area with most maps in this game, you can still reach a good area. But with this map, all the bad areas are pointed in a way where it's facing away the good areas. So even if you vault the pod for a boost, the hunter can just go around and then cut you off. And that's usually what happens on Leo's Memory. The whole middle part of the map is inaccessible. So like let's say I start over at like Shed, right? If I start at Shed, where can I go? I can only go 2 places, Moon Gate or the front gate. And the front gate is really far away, so that's not really an option. So how do I get to front gate palace? I would have to use the crappy areas in between. The crappy areas in between, though, are both facing directions that are away. Like, there's one in the corner by Christmas tree. That one is facing the exit gate. That's not going to help me get to the front gate. And then, more recently, well, not really recent anymore, but I've actually been taking a different route. More towards the middle of the map, where those 2 pallets by the crate are. It's in between, like, Shed and the front gate palace. And then that way, if you get hit there, which you probably will get hit there, you'll actually be able to get to front gate. It's not that those pallets are bad, it's just that they're not connected. They're not facing a direction where they actually help you. I think, where did Hunter spawn? I think over there, right? Lovely. Oh, she can actually dash up here? Okay, I better not see a geisha dash up here. I would actually be mad. I would get tight if I saw a geisha be able to dash up there. Let's see. She still wants to chase here, though. She still wants to chase. This will be... I'm pretty sure she doesn't have any more butterflies, actually. She'll get a 1 right now, probably. We gotta go. Hopefully she wastes 1 immediately. Nice. Good, good, good. She wasted it immediately. If we can get back to factory, that's the goal here. Even if we get hit here, that's the goal. I'm pretty sure she actually could have swung there and hit me. Not gonna lie. But that's it. That's GG. That's over. That's over. She made a huge mistake chasing someone at factory, especially the patient. We're doing this with a tie tuner build, mind you. So this is seriously game over for her. She has to switch target. She might actually be taking a weird route. Where is she? She's over there. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. So we'll still have to use the same area, looks like. She'll probably be able to dash on me, though, which is a little bit problematic. I didn't end up catching the butterfly. Ugh! I was trying to catch the butterfly. If we caught the butterfly, we actually would have prevented that dash. There's a pallet right here. This pallet will protect us, believe it or not. It's good enough. Ugh, what is that swing? Ugh. Alright, well that's a little bit unfortunate that ended up happening, but that was still a really good kite. Really far away from the ciphers as well. The one person who didn't finish their cipher is, who was that? We already had the last 2 ciphers being worked on, so we're pretty much good to go. Problem is we need one of these people at middle to rescue me. Otherwise, it will be a after half rescue. If we had a rescue here, this would be a win. So I'm not... honestly, if we tie this game, this is not a reflection of the kite or really at that. It's just a reflection of we don't have a good team comp. Explorer is not a very good survivor. Neither is Prospector. They are both very niche survivors. Don't take another hit. Just drop the pallet. Why? Just drop the pallet. I don't get it. We can't vault that in time. We can't vault that in time. Just drop the pallet. Jeez. Oh, we're in a lot of trouble now because of that rescue. That was a god-awful rescue. At least we're not that far behind on ciphers. Alright. We actually are very far behind on ciphers. We have 2 people rescuing. We're not going to win this game. I don't know if this... I don't understand why this person's coming here. They can literally see that a second person's rescuing. There's no point of supporting. There's no point of supporting if we have no ciphers being worked on. That's just how it is. I hate using this pallet, but it's so dumb, but this is literally the best pallet I have against Geisha. Come on. Follow me, sir. I didn't mean to ping that. Prospector. Man. Prospector is going to have support that's not even reliable here. His support is very unreliable. He should have been throwing the magnets while I was still alive. Not when I'm already dead. What is the support going to do? I'm not even a good area for Prospector. Somehow, for some reason, she's not dropping. That other magnet I don't think is very good, though. Please dash immediately.
Yes, we canceled the dash. I don't know why she still dashed, but she did. And she used her teleport here. She'll probably get it back, though. We gotta cancel this dash right away. No, we didn't. Unfortunately, that sometimes happens with geisha, where you try to look at her face and it just won't let you until it's too late. Sometimes you'll get rid of it right away. Sometimes you look at her face right away. Other times it won't register. And thankfully, she teleported to the wrong gate, so Explorer will actually get away. Seki, can you play Explorer Turtle next match? No. I don't want to do that today. I don't feel like playing worthless, crappy survivors. The problem with Explorer is that he's a very niche survivor. There are just better survivors than him, more reliable, better at hiding. You don't need Explorer to hide. He's actually good on Leo's memory. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. He's actually good on Leo's memory. But besides that, his decode is inconsistent. And, I don't really feel like playing him. I've been thinking about it, but I actually think that around corners like that, if you don't have like an ability like Acrobat or Patient Hook that can just automatically face her, or like Thief Flashlight, where you're automatically looking in her direction and it immediately stops the dash, you don't even need the button. Then what ends up happening is you end up praying that the button shows up. If the button just doesn't show up, you're not gonna be able to look at her. So the best way is and I know that the button is not showing up because she's looking around a corner, so you actually don't see her, but she can still see you, so that's why the dash happens. But sometimes you'll be pressing the button and the character just doesn't look at her right away quick enough. Or maybe you do, but the game doesn't detect it fast enough. I've had both happen. And so I think the best thing to do is actually like do a little bit of a circle. Because here's the thing, you don't actually need, as long as you have butterflies on you don't actually need to press the button to stop her from dashing. Another thing you can do is, if your character looks at her face, because that's the way it works. The way the geisha button works is it automatically directs your character and allows them to moonwalk. But if you don't have the button, what ends up happening is you could also just look in her direction. Look in her direction. Sometimes this might require like a small circle so that you're still able to run, because think about it, you're not able to moonwalk, so you have to literally stop what you're doing, have your character turn around, and if your character turns around, they're not going to be able to run to the power anymore. But it might be just enough to be able to stop them, which would have been a better choice there. It would have been definitely... it would have given us a chance. Now, again, Geisha's still buggy, so it might have still not worked. But, yeah. That was a pretty good kite in the end. It was really sketchy, because the psychologist is taking hits for no reason. Had she just dropped the pallet? She literally could have dropped the pallet. That was an above average kite. That was way above average kite than we needed. We should have had those ciphers done much longer ago. At least 30 seconds ago. We probably will get chased here. The hunter probably will not go after a batter. It's possible if it's Blood Queen, but they're not going to go after forward. Unfortunately, we have Mechanic on the team, which is going to actually slow down our decode a lot. Mechanic is not a good decoder. She's only good for ties. Otherwise, in the early game, she's too slow. And what that means is your kiter now has to do a longer kite because there's a Mechanic on the team now. So I have to do a longer kite now because there's a Mechanic on this team. Isn't it great? We have a decoder and I have to do a longer kite because of it. Oh, I just love that. So much fun. Who's the hunter, though? I don't see their shadow. Oh, boy. It's this hunter. Really annoying. Not a whole lot I can do about this. I honestly think taking the hit here is the best thing we can do. Because we use the ball, and so what? This at least will get us into a good area that will make it very difficult for her to chase me here. Let's see what she does here. The problem now is that Mechanic is over there, so is it really a good idea? Not really sure anymore. Let's see her move. Very bad mirror. Now we're actually going to be able to get away. We have to flywheel the blink here. Not gonna blink there. Okay. Not gonna blink right away. We're in a very bad area right now. Where's the mirror? Oh, she messed it up! She messed it up. We got extremely lucky there that she messed it up. What is her tray? Is it excitement? Is it excitement? What is she waiting on? She might genuinely be waiting on excitement. Let's see. It's really screwing me up because usually I wouldn't be having to use balls like this, but I'm trying to prepare for a blink here. Not a hit. Not a hit. Still not a hit. Still not a hit. Honestly, she might end up blinking here. The slow ball, really sad. That was a really sad ball. Her mirror was stalled here. Complete waste of a ball. Just focus on the coding. We don't need that. That did nothing. Literally nothing. Alright, we're gonna need to like outplay a mirror or something. Okay, not a good mirror. That was a very bad mirror. Oh, and she just screwed up big time. That's it. That's it. I was thinking if she angles her mirror, we can go here and she's done for. We're still not in a great spot here though. Like, look at where we are now. Oh, she actually turned around. Which actually makes this palette good now. If you turn around like that, that makes this palette good now. Don't break that one. Don't break that one next. Oh, she's asking me to get credit if she breaks that one next. That's not a hit. She messed it up again. And if she messes that one up as well... Oh, she was messing up a lot there. So we have way more than enough for a kite here. Let's try to crawl away for the batter. Excitement. That's why. That's why. So this whole time I was purposely staying by the pallets, which actually hurt my kite. Because if she blinks, I need to be by the pallet so that I can immediately vault it. And survive a blink. Because if I don't stand by a pallet, the flywheeling the blink is pointless. I'm still gonna get hit. So this whole time she had excitement. Okay, okay. Let's not walk to that pallet anymore. Walking to the pallet now would actually kill us because he pushed her towards it. Vaulted the pallet. Vaulted the window again. Sorry, not pallet, window. Vaulted it twice. Not a super good move there. It's very easy to tell when hunters vault windows in this game. They make lots of noise. Where is this? We're gonna hold on to that flywheel. No purpose. No point in using it. And this will be a pretty good area. This is all we need here. Blood Queen does not have a any super good chase ability while they're mirrors, so this is gonna be very easy to cut here. She has to break one of these pallets. She knows that. She knows. And I don't want to go to this window. We're not gonna go to that window. Why? Because it's gonna corner me. If she mirrors me there, and I use my flywheel, it won't do anything. Now we at least have a chance at getting away. Maybe a wall will block her off here. I'm hoping that a wall like blocks her off here or something. Hopefully. Nah, I think we're dead here. We're gonna need a lucky. Actually, we don't even reach this. Yeah, we don't even reach that anymore. A lucky pallet stun would be the way. You just walk past dungeon. You should go back once everyone else escapes. Not possible. Not gonna be possible with the pallets we have in that option. It's also riskier. I'm not going for 4-man. This is not tournament. We are going for a 3-person escape. You have to keep in mind that if we end up going down here, she could very well just go to the gate, like a teleport or something like that, with a trump card. So I actually don't want to go to dungeon. Not only is it closer to the gates, and I'm more likely to die, but the area on that side of the map is horrible. It's horrible. If I get mirrored on, I'm giving myself the least chance of survival with this flywheel. And we're just trying to survive here. So it actually wouldn't be a smart move to go there. Going there, at this point in the game, where she could, like, what if she snipes someone at the gate with a mirror while I'm passing by, or some crap like that. It's really risky. Now dungeon is much better because The gates are open. I'm not worried about having to kite past people. But it's just part of the game. You have to remember that when the gates pop right away, I have to keep in mind what survivors are by me. The batter is by me. The batter is going on the left. I don't want to go to the left because I'm going to run into the batter then. We actually might not win this. Yeah, we're actually not going to win this because I don't know what Cloud is doing. We might not even get flywheel. I did get the flywheel, but I had a flywheel away from a pallet, so flywheel does nothing. We actually ended up tying that because I don't know what Cloud is doing. For all intents and purposes, I'm going to mark that as a win because Cloud should not have done what he did there. That gate was open. I guarantee that gate was open and he just wasn't sitting in gate. And so I'm going to mark that as a win because that all he had to do was stay at gate. Now that's actually really annoying. Plucking got so lucky, yeah, very lucky. Dungeon wouldn't have done anything there because Ford's not dead on chair. Not really clutch. That was just really bad gameplay from our survivors there, screwing it up. Not a whole lot to do about that. We did our job. We did the 3-sever kite. We weren't even on chair more than once, so even if I went down immediately, she can't immediately teleport. Well, I guess that means we actually have a reason to go to that. It would still be risky. It's still not worth it. Still not worth going for dungeon. Essentially, puts our teammates at risk. No reason to go for dungeon if your teammates are not going to guarantee get out. There's a hunter in Dead by Daylight that can vault pallets. The problem with that hunter is that hunter can't kill anyone, so he's actually one of the worst hunters in the game. Scabula! Yo, relax yourself. You're gonna get people thinking Dead by Daylight has OP hunters. No. The hunter that Scabula's talking about is called Legion, and he can only vault pallets when he's in his rush. When he's in rush, he can't kill anyone, though. He can only put you at half health. And so, for you to actually kill people after that, you need to kill them without an ability. He's basically the photographer of Dead by Daylight. Legion is literally the photographer of Dead by Daylight. Can injure people, just like photographer. Can finish off a chase, though. Can't finish the chase. So basically, Nightwatch. No, because Nightwatch can actually kill people. Nightwatch also has multiple abilities, as opposed to Legion. Granted, in Dead by Daylight works a lot different because every single hunter can have every single trait. It's not like in IDV where only certain characters get certain abilities. It starts off like that, yes, but when you level them up, you get the ability to take that ability and give it to a different character. Up to every single character in the game, potentially. Interesting spawn from the X1. I understand why he did that now. Because when you go chase someone at 2-story, and if there's a tree there, they immediately get a purple soul, which is great value for the exploit. Really good thinking from him there. 2-story areas as exploit are actually really good for you, because it gives you a guaranteed purple soul while they're still in the tree area. They're above the tree area, technically, so they did leave it. That's at least what the game considers leaving it. So you get a purple soul, and that purple soul is the key to chasing people as exploit. And so that's why the exploit is going to 2-story. Because if there's a tree there, which I'm assuming there is if he went there, otherwise that'll be a horrible place to go. Because then it becomes the opposite. Now it means that the survivor is at a height, so you putting a tree at the ground when they're already high up doesn't do anything. Oh yeah, about the Dead by Daylight thing. It's why even crappy hunters have a chance in Dead by Daylight. Because in Dead by Daylight, this is the one thing I do like about Dead by Daylight. This is the one thing I like. I don't like that there's no downsides. But I do like that because every hunter can have every trait, the crappy hunters can actually be good because you can make some surprise tactics. You can improve your chase. You can improve cipher speed, decrease cipher speed, or you can just have traits to help you find people faster. And it's a great system for the crappy hunters. But I don't like it for the hunters that are actually good. For hunters that are OP, hunters that are the best in the game, that system is not fair for survivors, literally. Granted, it's not that bad. I mean, just like Dead by Daylight, just like AEV, Dead by Daylight is also technically survivor-sided. I think it's a lot more even in that game, though. What's not fun is the surprise factor. That's what's not fun. If you play Survivor in Dead by Daylight, what's not fun is that every hunter can have every trait, so that you can be playing around a certain trait, and they just end up having a totally different one and screws you completely up, and it completely screws your kite. And because the kiting areas there are so unforgiving, that one thing could just end up killing you, which is really frustrating. As opposed to IDV, you know what the survivor has, you know what the hunter has. There's no surprises. It's all up to a game of skill at that point. Even if they pick a team comp that you did not expect. Let's say it's a team comp that was like a new team comp that you didn't expect. Maybe you didn't play against that team comp enough to know how to deal with it. But you at least know the tools that have been given to you. You know what you have to deal with. You know what you have to do. And, well, assuming you have experience. But if you don't know what to do at that moment, you could still learn in the future if you ever go against a team comp. As opposed to Dead by Daylight, you could learn how to deal with a certain hunter, and that's great. But then you go against that same hunter, and they might have totally different perks that really change your routes. And it's really annoying. Because you just don't know what they have. You know their ability, you don't know their traits though. I think it's really good for bad hunters, but good hunters, it becomes really frustrating. Alright, he's not gonna go here, so he's not gonna drop a second peeper. The whole reason I wasn't destroying that peeper is because, one, he could go after me, and I wouldn't be in a great position, because this area is so tight. Look at how tight this area is, literally. There's not a lot of places to move to avoid a soul. So, pretty much if we actually end up getting, if he goes after us, there's a chance we might get hit by like a lucky soul that's perfectly in the way or something like that. Now that he's leaving though, now that I know he's not going to just drop a second peeper, now that I know he's not going to come after me, that would be a good time to break the peeper. Like you saw this here did there. I'm going to try to hold on to these hooks for late game. That would be the best case, especially because of how close we are to winning. Sorry, to popping the cipher. Oh, I'm running into a wall. Can anyone tell me why Griffins don't know how to rescue against Robbie? It's not super obvious. For you to know how to rescue against Axeboy, you have to know his abilities. You have to know that when you break a tree, not only does it make it so you don't get a purple soul, but it makes it so that the next time you leave a tree, you don't get a soul on you. You still get slowed down, but notice that there's no purple soul around you. That's the ability. That's the ability you get from breaking the tree. And most people don't know about that ability. So they think breaking the tree is pointless. They're like, oh, but there's a second tree on the way, so breaking this tree doesn't matter. It does, because then the second tree doesn't do anything. Blink, okay, he's just going for a tie. Pretty safe stuff. I think that hits the wall, yeah. I always realize it way too late. It's stupid, but whatever. I shouldn't have wasted that hook, actually. This person's not out. Oh, man, this person's not out. Hopefully they ping or something so I know if the hunter's near them. Cypher's prime. The hunter's over here. I'm probably gonna need that hook now. Crap. Alright, if he comes after me, that's perfectly fine. I'm pretty sure we still make this. He already used his soul. Oh shoot. Yeah, we still make it. Still got it. He even missed his swing. He needed to get a little bit closer there. But if he gets a little bit closer, he not launches us into the gate. So we get out of there, thankfully. Thankfully got out of there. Barely. I'm gonna drop off this this pallet so he can't cut me off next time that happens, because he could have done that. That could have been a thing he could have done. And yeah, just like that, we got a lucky win there. A very lucky win. That actually should not have done that. Coming after me. All the way across the map away from the chairs, so we'll take that. This is actually Gamekeeper guy. This is Gamekeeper guy. Seki, tell me why I broke a tree and went for a save, but I still got hit by the soul. I was right next to the tree. This happened to me twice. I don't understand it. So you broke a tree and went for the save, but still got hit by the soul. There's a few reasons. There could be potential reasons. I don't know enough to tell you what is the reason, but there's a few reasons, and you can tell me which one it is. The first one is you broke a tree, but there's another tree by the chair, so you don't have purple souls, but the tree has souls. The other thing that might have potentially happened, another thing that could have potentially happened is you broke the tree and you don't have souls on you. By the way, if you break a tree when you have souls on you, you don't get the buff, it just removes your souls right away. The other reason is someone else might have been decoding a cipher. Someone else with a purple soul was just happened to be nearby and he was able to pull that soul. That's another potential reason. So that's probably the main reason. That's like the biggest offender of breaking a tree and still getting hit. Is that I'll break a tree, I won't have souls, there won't be souls nearby, but there's someone near me. There's someone near me with a soul, and then I just end up getting hit because of it. And I have to, that's literally part of your kite. Literally, I've gotten hit because of that. So, mid-kite, if I see a soul flying around at high speeds, I realize that's someone's soul. I gotta watch out for that now. And, Seer does not want that spawn. Gravekeeper should spawn there. The lion spawn is also fine. A nightmare is flipping me off in quick. Terrible spawn from this hunter. Doesn't even block off Big Bow. They must be planning to go after Big Bow. Maybe that's why. They're probably planning to go Big Bow. This might be a hunter that's good on Big Bow, so maybe that's why they're not scared. Could be a lot of reasons. Maybe it's geisha. In that case, this wouldn't be that good. Big Bow won't be that good. Yeah, I thought he was gonna spawn cornfield, which would block off my cipher, or shore, would block me out from reaching the next potential good area. It would also block off the cipher at like that corner on that side of the map. But this doesn't do anything. This doesn't disturb ciphers. I'm not getting a heartbeat, so he doesn't plan to go after me either. So he gives me the strongest cipher for free. And he's chasing the coordinator. Coordinator spawned pretty far away. Maybe the coordinator ran towards the cipher, and that's why this chase started so soon. That's also not a very good area to be chasing survivors in. That is one of the more stronger areas of Lakeside. If you can, you want to try to chase people like on this side of the map by shore, or over there, or over here on this side of the map. Middle is also pretty good, depending on the survivor though. Psyche is the clerk. S tier, a yay or a nay? Definitely a nay. I think that skin is awful. Teleport is up, so he could potentially teleport here, but we are playing probably the best hunter to deal with a teleport. A patroller, so this is probably a feaster. I haven't seen any water this game, so it's probably not Nayad. It's probably feaster. Did he, by the way, did he patroller a gravekeeper? It doesn't bite him while he's underground. Like, he still has the patroller? Okay. Long story. Not a long story, but, fun fact. Back then, I don't know when they made this change, but back then, when you dug down as gravekeeper, it would automatically remove the patrol. The patrol would just bounce off you. It would make its noise. Alright. This is almost for sure a feaster. Yeah, I can literally hear him walking. I can literally tell from the way the tentacles move. When he's walking on the ground. I can quite easily tell. Okay, I'm not gonna drop down right here, because it actually happened. It actually happened. I always wait to make sure I don't drop right away. But I didn't think he'd go back up. That tentacle's not gonna do anything. It's really sad that we're cutting next to each other. But it's also... Oh! No, not a good route from this feaster. Now we can go over here. for free. He should have gone the other direction. That tentacle doesn't even hit. He placed it too early. Sorry, my man. Just bad timing to be here together. Let's see what he does this time. We don't have to run to the tentacle. That tentacle doesn't even hit. Oh, there's the patroller. This might do something now. We are playing Perfumer, so Perfumer's gonna be really nice here at least. And I think we're gonna use a perfume on the oh shoot. We're not in a good spot here. He can probably just hit me. Yeah, he's gonna hit me for sure. Because the pout is dropped, we can't really do anything. Vaulting it is not an option. But we're pretty good here. He can't do anything with that tentacle. Not only is that tentacle behind a wall, but he completely misplaced it. He's on a cooldown now, so this tentacle is unusable. We also have one of the strongest combos in the game now. Dropping down as Perfumer. Unfortunately, there's a tentacle here. Oh, I forgot that there's a tentacle there. I actually didn't know there's a tentacle there, though. That was on the last guy. Alright, well, oh, is basement here, bro? Oh. It's okay, we have Tide Tuner. Okay, so looks like I should have dropped down the hole. I didn't know the tentacle was there. That tentacle would not be there if Gravekeeper was not cutting him earlier. He had a cut here, though, so it's not something I can blame him for. He had to. I just didn't know. I'm gonna step away from the tentacle. He did not, though. And all we need to do now is just take a basic hit. He missed. If he don't body block me though. Oh, okay, well, this won't be that hard to deal with still. Hopefully they don't pop. Now pop. Okay, this time we're actually gonna do the what I was talking about. Now that we know where the tentacles are, we're not gonna take that same route. We're actually gonna drop down early this time. Gonna wait here. Let's see what he does. He's going down. We are going to get the full boost here. Did he mess up another tentacle? He did. Alright. I hope Seer doesn't leave right away. Because if he does, this owl disappears. Nice. He will let me leave first before he left. Good, good, good. That was really good. How do you feel about Gravekeeper getting buffed? He does not need a buff. Absolutely does not need a buff. That's all I have to say. He already didn't need his last buff. He didn't need his last buff. The last buff he got was already not needed. But it's nice, don't get me wrong, but it was not needed. Why is Gravekeeper getting a buff? I don't know. Gravekeeper doesn't really have any major weaknesses, I would say. His biggest weakness would be Bonbon, and it's really not that bad. A lot of Bonbons make the mistake. I never see a single Bonbon do this correctly. When a Gravekeeper shovels, they just keep throwing bombs. Even if the Gravekeeper is like on the other side of Pout on the other side of the window, they just keep using bombs. Like, why are you using bombs? You're not going to be able to basic hit them even if you hit them. And then, why is the Gravekeeper dodging the bombs at that point? The only reason you should be dodging the bombs as Gravekeeper is if you just used your shovel and you still got a lot more to go. But if we're being completely safe here, if you want to play the safest strategy possible against Bonbon, you could drop a pallet, vault the window, or and then use your shovel or something like that. Make sure you have some space though. Don't just vault it and use your shovel when he's right next to you, because then it's not going to do anything. Right? So, this is the thing I see a lot of the times happen. Little girl should not have Tide Tuner, but if she's gonna let us not have Tide Tuner, then sure. We don't need more than 2 Tide Tuners. Literally, Gravekeeper is only bad hunter. Gravekeeper's only bad hunter is Bonbon. And it's not even that bad. I think a lot of people don't realize that the best way to use the shovel is actually for a bomb hit. Stop using the shovel for basic hits if you... oh, Gravekeeper's not good against Bonbon because then you use the shovel and then he bombs you and then he basic hits you. Why are you trying to use the shovel when he's right next to you? Save the shovel for a bomb hit. Treat it like an extra 1/4 health. Treat it like an extra 1/4 health. Don't be trying to get greedy using it on a basic hit. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. And people are right about that. So use it on a bomb. Use it on a bomb, take the bomb hit on purpose, force him to use bombs. But also make sure you're in a spot where even if he bombs you, he's not going to be able to catch up to you. Either you have a lot of pallets dropped. Oh, I shouldn't have, I forgot I have working with this. I shouldn't have ulted that. Either drop pallets in a way where afterwards you can use them and go under them, and it does nothing if the bomb on bombs you. Or the other option. Oh, what is this hunter doing? Hold up here, hold up. He might be chasing someone else. They're not pinging. Whatever it is, they're not pinging. Yeah, there they are. It's the thief. He should have dropped the flashlight there. That would have been guaranteed stun. See, now he has to play this awkward game. Oh, he got the stun off. That's really good still. Good. Again, ground flashlight would have been safer, but maybe he didn't have the time. Maybe the hunters were like right next to him. You needed to step away from him. Or something like that. What's up, Jonathan? Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here, my boy. We're definitely going to drop this pal here. If you have pal boost, go ahead and drop that early. That's the only purpose of this pal. Take a boost out of it, get to the window, get another boost, then you're set to go. You're good to go after that. Every single Broken Windows character, when they get teleported on, they usually survive here. It has to be like a violinist or a sculptor to be able to hit you from that distance at that point. If it were that kind of hunter, I would just hook here. And then we'd already be by the window by the time the teleport is done. How do you feel about rescuing with Gravekeeper though? I think he's a little underwhelming because hunters with double hit can prevent a rescue where they couldn't with First Officer or Mercenary. No, they can't. They can't prevent Gravekeeper from rescuing still. They cannot. In what way would they do a double rescue on First Officer Mercenary? On top of that, think about it. Are we talking about it in a sense where they take 2 hits before they rescue? If they are doing rescues like that, then I want to make this clear real first. I want to make this clear first. If they are taking 2 hits to do a rescue, that is not a good rescuer. If you are taking 2 hits and you still make the rescue, that is not a good rescue. You made the rescue, but your team is almost for sure not going to win anymore because of that. So, no, you shouldn't be getting double hit. So the ability that they have is just for backup. It's in worst case scenario. It's for if you're half health and you need to do a second rescue. That's what it's for. It is not for taking 2 hits on a single rescue. Make that clear first. Second of all, this is the second thing. Gravekeeper does not get double hit against hunters. He is just like every other rescuer. Let's say you're up against Ripper, alright? I bet you Ripper is one of these examples. Or Violinist, right? Biggest name double hit hunters in this game. Ripper and Violinist. They take a no recovery hit off of you, then they swing at you. How are you supposed to counter that if you're not Mercenary First Officer? Well, it's actually quite simple. All you have to do is spam the rescue button. If you spam the rescue button, they cannot swing fast enough before you make the rescue. Therefore, making it impossible to stop a rescue by Gravekeeper or by Ripper, or by Mercenary or by First Officer. Gravekeeper is just as good as those other 2. In fact, I would say Gravekeeper is more reliable than First Officer, because First Officer, if you get seen from far, you could potentially get hit from far. That's the problem with First Officer. Gravekeeper, there is no chance you're gonna hit him 3 times and he won't make the rescue. Let's say you're camping the chair, alright? And you travel by a shovel, right? And he pops up, right? And you hit him with no recovery. Best case scenario, you hit him with no recovery. A good rescuer knows that they just spam the rescue button and you can't swing at them again. They always make the rescue in time. Maybe then you double hit them. Yeah, maybe then you double hit them. But First Officer also would have gotten a double hit by that same logic. The point is it's after the rescue. And so they can't stop a rescue from Gravekeeper. They literally cannot. Let's say Gravekeeper didn't use a shovel, right? I do this all the time with Gravekeeper. If I see them camping the chair right in my face, like they're just camping it, I'm not even going to use the shovel. I'm just going to save the shovel. And I don't need the rescue speed. I don't need the ability to rescue faster. You can still rescue without the rescue speed. That's how good it is. That's how good Gravekeeper is without his shovel. That you don't even need it. That you don't need the increased speed. Every single survivor in this game, when they get hit by no recovery in this game, unless it's Sculptor, or maybe some other exception that I'm not thinking of, Every single hunter has a slight delay before they can swing. Every single one of them. Whether that be their attack being too slow, like Ripper, whether that be their ability literally stopping them, like literally. Violinist, the game literally stops Violinist. Even though Violinist has literally one of the fastest swings in this game. He cannot swing because when he drops a second note, the devs nerfed him a long time ago where he cannot swing within 1.7 seconds after dropping a second note. That is your chance to spam the rescue button. As long as you're standing by the chair, you rescue it, you always make it. You're talking about hunters like Clown, Feaster, or Jack. Ripper, you spam the rescue button. Ripper swings too slowly. He cannot hit you fast enough. I'm gonna leave here in case he gets dungeon. He's not paying anything. If it's Ripper and Ripper sees you from far, let's say he sees you from far. You use the shovel. He can use a foggy blade if he wants. He can hit you again after that if he wants. You're gonna make the rescue at that point, unless you're a million miles away, right? At that point, you're not making it with any survival. If it's Feaster, Feaster is one of the less good hunters in this game. So is Clown, actually. Feaster. You can dodge a tentacle, but let's say you get hit by the tentacle. Same thing as Jack. You get hit by the tentacle. Let's say you get hit by the tentacle. You can still rescue before he can swing. You don't need the ability to get double hit. Every person in this game, you can tell a rescuer is inexperienced when they get scared after they get hit by no recovery. They get hit by a tentacle, they get hit by a foggy blade, and they get scared. They get scared that the hunter is going to be able to swing right away. They get scared that they're going to get terror shock on the chair, so they just take the double hit if they're playing for Officer or Mercenary. Because they don't want to risk it. Without ever realizing that the hunter can't swing at them in the first place. The hunters in this game, Feaster, swings too slowly. He cannot swing at you fast enough. Ripper, swings too slowly. He cannot swing at you fast enough. Violinist, he hits you with a note. He can't swing you. If you guys are right in front of the chair, they can't hit you in time. They can't. But the only way you're gonna know that is if you play those hunters. If you've played Feaster, if you've played Violinist, if you've played Ripper, you will know that people who just rescue in your face after you hit them with a foggy blade, you'll be spamming the attack button. You will literally spam it. You'll try to hit them. You'll try your best. The game won't let you. The game will not let you because there's a recovery period after using your ability. There's a recovery period after swinging. It just won't let you. That's just the way it works. I wouldn't recommend that. I think he had the better spawn though. That thief. Because he can still enter graveyard through the alley. But I guess it's alright. See, now he's forced to go graveyard. Now Doctor always spawns there. I suppose that I should just spam the rescue button more in those cases. Absolutely. As long as you have green ping, as long as you don't have like a delay, we're assuming you don't have like a delay in Wi-Fi. If you have a delay in Wi-Fi, that is a problem. You're right. But I think I showed in my rescue guide that like even if you get hit, they can't swing fast enough. Maybe I didn't show it against Feaster, but I for sure showed it against Ripper. Let's say worst case scenario, you're by the chair and you get hit by Fogblade. Spam the rescue button. You'll make it. You'll make it, but you need to do it right away. You can't hesitate. You just have to trust that you'll make it, and you will. In fact, you'll make it by a landslide. You'll make it easily. This is not like something that like, oh, you just barely made it. You'll have like a whole second afterwards, like after you finish the rescue. You have plenty of time to make it, so don't worry about that. Don't worry about it something being like super tight. The moment you get hit, just spam the rescue button. But you do need to be in front of chair. Make sure that if you're taking no recovery hits, you're by the chair so that you'll at least make the rescue. But that's why I like Gravekeeper more than First Officer. You get found far from chair as Gravekeeper, you have a bubble around you. You're safe. First Officer, you might get hit from far. There's a chance. It's unlikely, but there's a chance, especially if a hunter has a big hitbox like Feaster or Wu-Chang. They just swing randomly in a huge area, and if they guess right, then you're going to get hit. If you're far from chair, they might be able to teleport, they might be able to soul summon, you won't be able to rescue them. But Gravekeeper is guaranteed. He gets the health guaranteed. You can swing at him, he will still have full health. The only weakness he has is like Bomba and Sculptor. But really, Mercenary has that. If we're talking about not getting double hit, if your goal is to not get double hit before the rescue, which should be your goal, then no survivor can counter that. No survivor can counter that. The only thing that can help at that point is if you do get double hit, then at least don't die, right? And first officer won't die, mercenary won't die, right? At least they won't die. But at the end of the day, if you got double hit on a rescue and you made the rescue still, at least your team is not going to lose necessarily anymore. You guys are more likely to win now. But you guys also are not going to... sorry, you guys are not going to lose as likely, but at least you're more likely to win. This is going to be a late rescue. I don't think we're making this before half. Just use your bell. Oh no, not like that though. Swing, please. There we go. Thief is going to support. Usually the Thief support does not do anything against Black Witching, but he just used his bell, so he's got nothing. He just uses his umbrella, he just uses bell. This Witching has nothing for this Thief right now, so the Thief support is going to be really good. Great timing from the Thief right there. Why don't you showcase it? I will. I'll do it in 20 minutes right now, from now. Rank ends in 20 minutes. Stay for 20 minutes, I'll show you what I mean. I'll get on my alt account. Alt account will, the alt account will have to be on my iPad. I'll switch to my main and I'll also show it from a hunter perspective. I'll show it from a hunter's perspective as well. I'll purposefully get hit. I won't even try dodging the tentacles. I won't try dodging the foggy blade. One thing I will say about rescues, you should try to dodge those things, because you'll make the rescue, but the hunter still could hit you afterwards. If you're playing something like Mercenary though, Mercenary is so reckless. Mercenary, I do this all the time. Like if I get hit by no recovery, I know that the hunter can't swing. Right, so I do the rescue. I also know they still can't swing, so you can actually elbow pad away in time. That's how stupid Mercenary is. That you can take a no recovery hit, rescue, elbow pad before they can hit you again. It's actually crazy. It's crazy, but that you can seriously do that. That is what you can do. That's the power of Mercenary. That he can just run away for free. But you can kind of do the same thing as Gravekeeper. You can kind of do the same thing as First Officer. I want to mention real quick something about how this game works. When you take a hit, let's say you take a hit, you start rescuing someone, the game still gives you your 2-second boost that you get from hit. Every single survivor in this game gets 2 seconds of boost when they get hit. The only exception is Lawyer, Doctor, Lucky Guy, and Gardener. They get 4 seconds. Or is it 3? It says an extra 2 seconds on there, so I assume it's 4. Is the hunter coming after me? I'm a little bit worried like he'll just suddenly jump scare me with a soul 7, so I want to be by the pallet, just in case. Wait, where is he? Okay, well we gotta move. Oh, he wants to use the crappy pallet? Great flashlight there, good job. That was great flashlight time. That's a guaranteed stun, because White Form cannot break a pallet fast enough, even with faster pallet breaking. He's just a little bit too slow, just barely. If we... Oh no, I thought we would still make that. We actually would have made that if the pad was there, but the pad was broken and it completely threw me off. The pad was broken, so that suddenly I don't have a good option. Dang. Dang, that really sucked. That was really unlucky. What's the secret to rescue against Leo? What is the secret? The secret is that you can circle around the fire spirits and make them hit the chair. That is the secret. Not a lot of people know about that. Even mid-kite. Mid-kite, you can also do it. It's harder, though, if there's a wall right next to you, because you can't do a full 180 then. You have to, like, hope that they swing early at you. And the fire spirits are inconsistent. They're inconsistent. Sometimes they swing super early the moment they get in range. Other times they'll, like, wait half a second, and then they'll swing. And like it happens, right? That's why you want to make sure that you're not by any wall when that happens. Let's see where he is. He's right here. See, this pallet is up, and that peeper does absolutely nothing. I'll remove it though. I'll still remove it because it might impact the kite. I don't know if that's in range of the tram. All I know is that when the tram makes turns, it's a lot easier to get hit by it when it's making a turn. So. Don't want to be in the way. Don't want to be in the way. Because then he can literally see me get hit by the tram with the peeper there. He might go back. I'm expecting him to go back. Not on this side. I'm expecting him to go on the other side. Right there. I don't mean to say focus on the coding, no. I meant to say hunter's near me. Change target. I think if you go look at the rescue guide, he literally is holding out his umbrella. I hope it's black form. If it's white form, we're kind of screwed. Yes, it is black form. So if he were to teleport right on top of me, it wouldn't matter. Break the pallet. I think he can still bell me here though. Dodge the bell maybe, but no, he's not using his bell. He's being super patient. Oh, he chose not to use the bell at all. Interesting. He might use the bell now. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to waste his pallet now because the Cyrus primes. He might have an umbrella here though. He does have an umbrella. After change target. I think he's gonna be able to bell me here. Barely? No, he's not. He's not. So he belled me now, but I think we still survive. No, we don't. There's no power here. Oh well. No reason to crawl away from the peeper. We can crawl away from the peeper after we heal up. Actually, we should probably crawl away from this peeper right now rather than later, because I'm anyway not gonna be able to heal up. And we're gonna need someone to come to me. And if someone comes to me, I don't want them to be in the peeper. I don't want Thunder to know. We're in a lot of trouble though. We're in a lot of trouble. We're only in a lot of trouble because I had to use my self-revive. He's very fortunate for that. Man, if I was just paying attention, it's really tough to stream and still pay attention to your surroundings. The correct move there is if I noticed that the pallet was gone, all I had to do was just hook sooner. Just hook sooner. That's all I had to do. Most patient Wu-Chang versus the most patient. He was way too patient on the bell. The bell he did was not good at Corner House. Or should I say the lack of bell. The lack of bell was not good. That was a very bad move to chair me. That was literally the worst thing he could have done. The worst, I'm not joking, that was literally the worst thing he could have done. He could have at least guarded the gate. He could have picked up the little girl. He could have tried to find the third survivor and let the little girl pick up. Picking me up is the worst thing possible. Because now it becomes a lot easier to protect me and get me off this chair. It would be a lot easier to do that than to heal me up. As long as this thief is going to be full health. I don't like that the little girl is... well, she made it still. Okay, we gotta split up. She has tie. Did she reset recovery? I don't think she did. This is gonna be so hard to survive here, though. Because there's no pallets here, that's why. Simply why. I'm gonna drop here early, because if I don't drop here early... Vault in time before the bell! He missed the bell, so it actually did nothing. He thought I would run to the side immediately. I made sure to wait. He never broke this pallet, so this pallet is still here, I think. Please don't let it be broken. So now we're trapped. Now we're trapped here. But ooh. He's being very patient, but so am I. No. Alright, well we still get out. Thief will get out. Oh wait, little girl is dead. Huh. She cannot get up. So now Thief needs to rescue her. Am I dead on chair? I think I'm dead on chair actually. So it actually didn't really matter. Yeah. If we got a pallet stun there, then we're still in trouble. For a few reasons. First of all, it's Black Wu-Chang, so Black Wu-Chang recovers immediately from a stun, almost immediately. We would need a few things. Actually, it's not even possible. If we got a stun there, that wouldn't even be possible, because the only way is we need a pallet boost, and we didn't have a pallet boost. So here's what happens: we stun him, and I stun him on the same side as my side. I have to vault a pallet, but I vault a pallet and I don't have a boost, so it's worthless. I will still die, because he can break the pallet and just kill me just by walking, or using his bell to just make it shorter. right? Let's say though I stun him on the opposite side, and then I immediately run to the cabin window, right? First thing I do, run immediately to the cabin window, the one where the little girl died to. Two problems. First of all, little girl is there, but it's my only cutting option. Otherwise, I'm gonna die. Second of all, I wouldn't even reach it because he just uses his umbrella, and I can't reach it anymore. He's gonna soul siphon me. I'm gonna die. We're dead there no matter what. The only way is I have a pal boost, and I stun him on the same side as me. That way, I get a boost, I vault the other side, then I can go cabin and I can survive. But again, same story. He can just use his umbrella and cut me off. It would stall longer, but I would still die. I have no idea what to take besides Tide Turner now without the pallet speed boost. I've been running the speed when running towards a chair tray because it feels nice, but it kind of feels overkill to be honest. No. I actually do carry that. I actually do carry that on certain survivors. Did you change your wing count, Seki? No, I haven't. I carry that on every person I have tied with except Mercenary and Priestess. Actually, it might be on my Priestess as well. If I had space for it, I probably did. No, I didn't. But this is what my regular Tide Turner build looks like for the other survivors. I want to make this real clear. I am not running Symbiotic Effect because it's good. I'm running it because there's nothing else that's useful. With these last 15 points, there's nothing good. 2 points of sticker is not worth it. As a person who has, as a Gravekeeper, the only survivor who might not get picked up is First Officer, but here's the problem with taking sticker on a rescue character. If you're playing First Officer, you're just not going to get chased. If you're playing Gravekeeper, you're just not going to get chased. So sticker is not good. You shouldn't be getting double hit on rescues, so sticker's not going to be helpful there. If you're a good rescuer, it's not going to help at all. I hear sometimes people say, oh, but it can sometimes help you crawl to dungeon or gate. I want to make this real clear right now. If it's a good hunter, they're not even going to let you get close to it. You're either going to make it alive with space to spare, or you're going to die without ever reaching it in time. It's 1 out of 1,000 games. This will save you and get out of game or get out of dungeon. But if you're playing risky like that, there's already a major problem with your gameplay. So that's like the biggest. Like, you shouldn't be playing risky like that and praying that sticker saves you in the end. So sticker's not good on rescue. I don't take sticker on rescue. And then what other options do you have? You can heal yourself faster. You can have people heal you faster. You can have other people heal you 10% quicker. Not worth it, by the way. Actually, it's 15. No. It's 10. It is 10, so it's not worth it. I just want to show, like, literally why you're inspired. Like, literally, it's literally because there's nothing else that's helpful. Right here. What are you gonna run with these last 15 points? You gotta have this companion effect. You gotta have this on every survivor that's not mercenary. It's just an automatic potential rebound. Brewing effect, I think, is very good. Helps out secure those sites, and it's only 5 points. I mean, you anyway have to run exit path, and it's only 5 points away. What are you gonna take? Airwalk? No. Healing? Rarely. No. Very rarely do you get healed in this game. Sticker? No. Snooze? No. Self-deception? No. Oh, they actually buffed it against Percy, so it actually does something. There's nothing else that's good. You could have 10% increased pallets. Great. You can get yourself healed 15% faster. Great. Both of those abilities very rarely happen. They're very rare abilities to happen. They happen very rarely. What's a good Terra build? Your best Terra build is gonna be... what's it called? If you're the king, you should have broken windows. You should have flywheel. Move your flywheel, by the way. The flywheel is gonna be on the bottom of the screen if you don't move it. So make sure you do that. Go into settings, change that. You gotta select Terra build, or else it's not gonna update because it automatically uses the Terra build for that. It doesn't use your default. But where did the hunters spawn, guys? Uh-oh. Well, hopefully they didn't spawn shed. Hopefully no one else spawned shed. So I'm not wasting my time running here. Alright. I would go for Pallet Stun. You could go for Pallet Stun. Sticker is actually good in Terror because there's going to be a lot of times where Hunter won't be able to pick you up. So this is when Sticker is good. Sticker is only good if there's a reason the Hunter can't pick you up. The main reason is a harasser. If you consistently always have harassers on your team, Sticker is not that bad. But if you're not going to get picked up and there's not a harasser, the only reason is because there's another server that needs their attention or something like that. But that doesn't really often happen because if you're a good survivor, you're not dying by people's ciphers anyway. Or if you're not making any mistakes, I suppose. You can be a good survivor and it'll still happen. It happens to everyone. You can't move the flywheel? Really? What's up, Marv? Welcome. Welcome back, Marv. Yeah, I forgot to change the win count again. I forgot to check my record. Who is Dr. Nayad? Ugh. What was I talking about? Before that? Oh, yeah. There's nothing else useful. That's why you should be running Symbiotic Effect with your Tide Turner Rescuers. Because there's nothing else that's good. Alright, you gotta have Tide Turner. You gotta have Borrow Time. You gotta have Self-Heal. And if you want to play it safe, you should also have, I think it's called Companion Effect, right? The thing that gives you 28% boost off of chair, right? You should have that. Unless you're Mercenary, because Mercenary's never going to get picked up. You should never be going down in the first place, on top of that. Hunter really switched targets? Damn. I'm literally in one of the worst kiting areas. Okay, lucky for me, her Harpoon, I think, ran out of distance. Don't have Blink. Really? She vaulted that? This is so sad. I have to use a ball. Is she being friendly? She's being friendly. Is she? I actually don't think so anymore. Is she actually? Dang, she's actually being friendly. Why though? It's rain. No wonder she vaulted that window. No wonder she returned her Harpoon. Literally, I was surprised there. Like, there's no way her Harpoon time ran out there. By the way, that should have been a mud ball. That was terrible. Mud ball. It could either be a mud ball or a white ball and go use this. Oh, that was literally the worst thing I could have done. She definitely would have hit me there. Yeah, friendly and champion. Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, if you're running Tide Turner, use Symbiotic Effect. Not because it's that particularly amazing. But because there's nothing else that's better. And I've had lots of times, well, not a lot of times, but a few times where I've rescued people at 99%. But the only reason I was able to do that was because the whole time I was facing her chair, getting that slight 6% buff that ended up saving me in the end, just barely. Like, it happened yesterday. It literally happened yesterday. I was playing Patient. I had only a single hook, and I had whatever Symbiotic Effect. I had to run from gate to the middle of Leo's memory. That's what I had to do. And I think a Tato was there when I did that rescue. Just barely made it. I think I get points for doing a fancy jump. Yeah, I do. What's up, Tato? Welcome. Bro, we were just talking about you. That's crazy. Thank you, Hunter. That was a really nice Hunter. We still have time for one more match if we get it in time. And then after this match, I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about the rescue, about how you can spam the rescue and the Hunter can't swing. I'm gonna do a survivor perspective, what it looks like as survivor, and then I'm gonna show what it looks like as Hunter. And I'm gonna try to play on two devices at the same time. I do have two devices with me, so you won't be able to see both perspectives, but because I don't have double two cables. But hi to everyone except for Psyche. Isn't she so sweet, guys? See, guys, this is why we're friends. Alright. We might not get a match in time, though. 40 seconds. We probably will. It'll be close. I thought rank was open for longer, only if you're below Griffin. So Mammoths, Elks, whatever is before L count, I think, and then Worker B. Only 4 tiers in this game can play the extra hour rank. They can also play the hour before the actual ring starts, so they can play 4 hours. Also, another question. Do you feel that it's important to play a rescuer when other people don't play one? Yes, absolutely. It can end games by not having the rescue. Not only do you have someone who can reliably chair rescue and not get hit afterwards or something like that, but they're also unchaseable targets. It's a whole survivor that the hunter can't chase. You have a mercenary on your team, only three chaseable targets. No. You have a first officer, only three chaseable targets. Gravekeeper, I would not suggest chasing a Gravekeeper, but more people chase Gravekeepers, and when they chase me as Gravekeeper, they ended up taking the bullet for it. So, only 3 survivors. By the logic, only 3 survivors still. Coordinator is like the one rescuer that is a chaseable target, and I think that they should change that. Rescue characters they don't have to have the strongest ability, but I don't like it that you pick Coordinator and that you have to have Tide Turner if you're the only rescuer, and then she's just not a great kiter on top of that. So, like, it's super circumstantial. Like, don't get me wrong, she's not a bad kiter by any means, but it depends a lot on the hunter. It has to be something that doesn't block the flare bullet. It has to be an area where there's not a lot of tall walls that the hunter can go behind last second. Because, let's be honest, you don't know if the hunter is going to go behind a wall or not last second. So you need to go in an open area. You literally have to build a route specifically for Coordinator, where she just randomly, where if you know you're going to get hit by an ability, just accept it and go out in the open and switch your gun for it instead. So instead of getting hit, you use your gun. But to use your gun, you have to be in an open area. So you literally... Oh wow, we actually got a match after rank ended, supposedly. That's nice. But yeah, rescue characters aren't just good at rescuing, they're also unchaseable survivors. I mean, we had a game today where we almost lost because we didn't have the proper rescuers. Thankfully, they were still able to make it. But it was close, and on top of that, one of them didn't even do a very good rescue. Mostly because they just don't know how to rescue. Like, they just took 2 hits for no reason. Like, they could have dropped the pal. Like, I understand they didn't want me to get farmed. But if they didn't want me to get farmed, they could have just used the pallet in front of the chair. Like, I'm okay with it. Like, don't sacrifice hits for pallets. Like, that pallet is not going to do much against geisha. Even if it was someone else, I would still use it. Wow, bro! Can we stop getting Little's memory? Oh my god. I'm so done. We are definitely gonna take Tide Turner. I hate this map. It's so stupid. Why? Why does this map exist? You just go certain survivors that just reach the area. We're playing patience, so like I shouldn't be complaining too much. Like we just hook up the stairs. Like we had the match. Oh, it was the same game where he had no rescue. Did a really good kite. Literally, I was reading a text there. That same kind of game we had in the rescue, I was playing patient. It was a geisha, literally the worst possible thing that it could be. And not even geisha can deal with the stairs. She can try, she'll dash, but because there's like a little railing, at least, I think, right? At least I don't think they can dash to the top. Maybe she screwed it up, maybe it is possible. Hunter spawn over there. Very unique spawn point. Not a bad strategy though, covering the entire factory. That's actually pretty smart. Seki, heads up, that journalist doesn't have borrowed time. Thank you so much. I did not notice that. What's her build then? What's her build? Does she have Tide Turn? Does she have broken windows, flywheel? Like, what's her combo? Is no borrowed time the new meta or something? No, it's a death wish. If you have a death wish, go ahead and don't take borrowed time. It is not the meta. Do not take borrowed time. The only survivor in this game who doesn't necessarily have to take borrowed time is Ember. And that's purely because he has a coffin to help himself if he goes down. That's the only reason. That's the only reason. But again, it's not because you don't need it. It's because the coffin is a replacement for it. You still need something to save yourself end game. That's the point of why Embalmer doesn't take Tide Turn. He doesn't take it because he's a weak cutter. He doesn't take it because, like, by that logic, Mindset shouldn't take what's it called? By that logic, Mind's shouldn't take borrow time. And mechanics shouldn't take borrow time. Because they're weak kiters. They should just focus on kiting, right? No. Because then you go down almost immediately late game, and it only takes a quick down and a teleport to end that match. Into a tie or even a loss. Borrow time is necessary, and the reason Embalmer doesn't run it is because he has a different way of saving himself, of protecting himself. Where is the water? It just barely clipped me, that's why. I hate this water thing against Nayad. Please. This is so stupid. This is so dumb. We're not gonna die here, but I hate Nayad for that reason. Whoa! Oh, I should have watched out for that. That was so easy to look out for. All I had to do was look in the back. I'm not focusing. We just gave that to her. That was literally free. I could have avoided that easily. Easily avoid that. Just look backwards. Oh, I forgot. That is so annoying. If here's the thing. If Nayad was a slow swinging hunter, that would not work. Doing what she does there would never work. If she swung as slow as Geisha, I would just walk up to the chair and rescue near half, and if I see her swinging, I'm just gonna get off. That's really annoying. How we mess up this flywheel. That's so annoying. But because she's an instant swing hunter, there are some Nayads who just literally just swing immediately. They just swing immediately, and you just get terror shocked before you even touch the chair. Like, it's that bad. She shouldn't be able to catch up enough. We'll still have lots of distance here. Her only thing is like a blink here. Nope. No blink. Let's see if she uses her harpoon. I think we still make it, even with a dash. I should not hit. Or whatever. No. I should have gone up the stairs. Literally, if I went up the stairs, I would have survived, bro. That was another back call by me. That was actually fine. We were still in a fine position. By the way, the 1,000 presents is way too generous. That should not hit. That should not hit. I'm just gonna say that. It hit. Like, it sucks that it hit. I get farmed now immediately. Nice. This is why I hate journalists. Journalist is not a good survivor. Not a good rescuer, I should say. I think she has potential for a kiter. But she's just awful at rescuing. Like, you use the thing, and if you don't go to the chair, it's an instant farm. See ya, Tato. All it does is it guarantees the rescue. It doesn't actually help the person survive. It is... Like, literally, most of the time, I don't even want to use it, because I know if I use it, and if I don't go... Sorry, if I don't go to at least body block, then we're done. We're literally screwed. Man, she's actually so close to finishing the cipher, but she used her camera earlier. Now she doesn't have anything. We can still potentially survive here. We just have to use the hook immediately. And I really hope she's going to go back to the cipher. If she goes back to the cipher, we can make this. Yeah, we'll make it. I'm even going to just take this route. Watch the dash, like, have a ridiculous hitbox or something. Cypher's primed. We have a great setup here. We also have an extra hook. I didn't even notice we had an extra hook. Dang. Well, that first kite would have been so good if I just dodged the water. Just dodged the water and that would be GG for her. Alright. Journalist is really good at guaranteeing rescues. Journalist is not good at helping the person stay alive, though. Every hunter knows. Every hunter should know. Here's the thing. Most hunters, like, they see Little Bro, and then they just swing at Little Bro, prevent the rescue. They don't realize that if they just let Little Bro rescue, then they can't rebound. The survivor can't rebound. Because the Little Bro disappears after the rescue. She didn't even have to use a blink there. Really, I think she used the blink because she was afraid I'd use a hook, but I wasn't going to use a hook anyway. Because I wouldn't survive longer than Tide Turner, so I wasn't going to use a hook anyway. Like, I could use a hook. The hook is not going to help me last longer than Tide Turner. I dodged his class. To be fair, it was a max presence Nayad, no excuse. I was able to dodge the water still. If Cypher's primed, yes, then it's good. If there's no reason to protect the survivor, but most of the time that's not the case. The reason I bring it up is because 99% of the time, Cyphers are not primed, so the farm is not okay. The farm is okay if you only want to rescue them once and you don't want to take damage for them. That's also okay. But usually they do enough of a kite where there's a potential for them to rebound. Alright, I'm gonna show you guys now what I was talking about the rescues. And how Gravekeeper and every survivor doesn't need to take 2 hits before the chair. I won't be able to control the hunter. I'll just be able to spam the rescue button on the other screen. Sorry, not like rescue button on this screen and then the attack button on the other screen. And I'm actually gonna go on the alt for this and log into the main on this one, since the main account has every single hunter. Main account has every single hunter, so a lot easier. Alright, there we go. Alright, so I'm gonna have Psyche. I'm gonna have Psyche invite me. And I'm gonna show the one person who asked, like, how are you supposed to do a rescue without getting hit 2 times in a row before you ever make the rescue? So their question was, for people just joining, their question was, how are you supposed to do a rescue against double hit hunters if you're not playing for Sorcerer Seer? Like, let's say you reach the chair, you're in front of the chair, and oh right, I forgot I need a 3rd account to be on chair. Oh crap. Oh, I don't have a 3rd account. Damn. I'm gonna need one of you scums to become the person on chair. Maybe Dev is here? Dev could actually just be the person who becomes the hunter, and he'll try his best to double hit me. And I'm gonna purposely be taking these hits. Well, Dev is not here, so. Here we go. We found a scum here who can go on chair gladly. Or Oka. We'll see who accepts first. Woo! Sorry, Oka. You're a bit too late. Alright. Let's go ahead and pick a map. Psyche will be the hunter. Alright, Limium, you're gonna just die on chair. You're gonna be on chair. Okay, so the first hunter I'm gonna show this with is Ripper. And Ripper is one of the easier ones to do this, to pull this off, because Ripper has one of the longest recoveries from a missed swing. When Ripper launches his Foggy Blade, that still counts as a missed swing. So during that time, you can just go ahead and swing. And a rescue while he can't swing, because he's recovering from a missed attack technically. Another thing is, because you just got hit, if you rescue quick enough and you start moving right away, this one takes some practice though. But this is what I was talking about earlier. You don't necessarily need to use an elbow pad with Mercer if you get like hit by no recovery. He's either inside hotel. Oh wait, I literally could have seen the distance. I forgot about that. Okay, so he's gonna go to that chair, probably the chair that everyone chairs at. Alright. I'm gonna go to this chair. Alright, so I'm not even gonna use a shovel here. I'm gonna purposely take a psyche sacrificing something. I'm purposely gonna take a foggy blade hit. I'm gonna show you guys that even with the Ripper hating me with a foggy blade, I can still rescue in time. I am gonna need the foggy blade to be back though, which is gonna take 9 seconds. I'm gonna purposely take a hit here, and we're gonna try to spam the attack button as soon as possible. The problem with Ripper is that I kind of have to move around a little bit, otherwise I'm not gonna be in range. So this is gonna be awkward to do because Ripper is like has to be like right next to. So we'll take a hit here, and you can spam before you can swing again. So I'll show this again. Like without the rescue happening. I'll try to just spam as quickly as possible on my other screen. I'll just have to show it. Ripper cannot swing immediately after a foggy blade hit. So that's what's going on here. You need to spam the rescue button, he can't swing. So I'm gonna hit him. And I'm literally, oh, you can't see my thumb, but it takes 2 seconds before I can swing again. So it's really awkward. I can't show you guys like all at the same time. But literally every single time you swing, I'm literally spamming the button. And you guys see that recovery? You guys see that? That's the time you take. Well, he got hit on purpose. That's what your goal is with Ripper. Look, he shot a foggy blade, but he can't swing. There was a whole 3 seconds you could have rescued there after the foggy blade hit. Like before he could swing. Well, actually it was like 1.5 seconds. So that's how you rescue against that hunter. Now, if I'm not controlling 2 screens at the same time, what you can also do is because you just got hit as Gravekeeper or any survivor, you still maintain the boost from the hit. So you can actually run away and you maintain some of the boost and you are actually faster than the hunter for a brief moment. And so with Ripper, because of how slow he swings, as long as you're spamming the rescue button, he can't swing in time. So that's the way it works. It's just too slow. That's why a Ripper double hit doesn't actually work. Because every good rescuer that's in front of a chair will go ahead and spam the button. It's just something that you kind of have to trust. That on the hunter's perspective, they literally can't swim. Alright, I don't know why Lamian's not accepting. I'll just invite Luca then. Never mind. Who's the owner of the room? This guy. No, well, we don't need Luca anymore. Alright. So this time I'll be Feaster. And I'll try to swing right away. On the rescue. It's nice because now I'm playing Feaster, I don't have to like step away from the chair. I can literally just have one finger on my other screen just tapping one button instead of having to literally move to my other screen and do the swing. But that's the thing. It doesn't matter that I wasn't touching the other screen. The other screen can't do anything anyway because of that recovery time. So now I'll go ahead and be Feaster. Feaster, I can literally just stand in front of the chair and then use the tentacle, get hit by it, and just swing immediately. And so that way I wouldn't have to like move on the other screen. All I had to do is just hold my left hand. I can literally just... In fact, this might be the best way actually. This might actually be the best way. So literally on one hand, on one screen, you guys will see the Feaster right here a little bit. This is the attack button at least right here. You actually can't see it very well. So this is the attack button, and like I'll try to attack here right away as soon as possible. So hopefully Lamium comes here to the chair. This is why I don't like. This is why I don't typically. This is exactly why I have an alt account. Managing other people is really annoying for videos, and I'm not trying to be rude to Lamium. It just actually is. Like that's why I have an alt account. Because I'd rather be able to control both things than hoping that someone figures out where I am on the map. Alright, so I have to place the tentacle in a way where it won't hit the chair on top of that. Why is it spawning over there? Come on. There you go. So, you take a hit here. And, he literally cannot swing. He literally cannot swing. I was literally spamming this button the whole time. And you guys saw it. There was a brief moment where Feaster cannot swing at all. So again, I'll show it again. Using the tentacle, but it's literally not letting me swing. It's literally not letting me swing. And that's why you're able to make the rescue. That's why being Gravekeeper, or First Officer, or Mercenary, that's why you don't need to take 2 hits before the rescue. Because they can't swing fast enough. You always make the rescue. You always make the rescue. Here's the other thing. That's why I have at least one person do the hunter, so I can just surrender right away. And I'll be Violinist, but it's the same thing with Violinist. It's actually more common that you'll experience this on a kite, especially with Violinist. You guys who play Violinist, you'll probably know this. You'll use a note on someone, they're right next to you, you're spamming the attack button, it's not letting you attack, you have to wait a few seconds. Same exact deal on chair. You cannot swing right away when you use a note to someone to hit someone, like even if they're right in front of you. The game just won't let you. The only hunter is Sculptor, who can act, and Bonbon, who can swing faster than the recovery of their ability takes them. Because they can drop a bomb or a statue and swing within 0.6 seconds still. They are the only hunters who are able to do that. Now, Sculptor is a little bit awkward because Sculptor has delay on her swing, natural delay, that she always has. But the statue will anyway prevent the person from rescuing, even if they try touching the chair. That'll stop the rescue halfway through. Knock them off the chair and it'll like reset the rescue, and then you can actually swing in time still. So now I'll be Violinist. There are lots of hunters who have the same deal. Clown is one of them. Clown is one of them as well. It doesn't matter if you use the Wind Wings and use the basic attack or Berserker, or if you use a dash. As long as you immediately spam the rescue button, you can make the rescue before he hits you again. You need good reflexes though for Clown. For Clown, you actually need good reflexes because it's pretty fast. But I'm talking about like if it's a double hit on top of that. If you're not worried about a double hit, easy rescue. But if you are worried about a double hit, then it becomes a little bit harder because then if you're playing something like Gravekeeper, it is technically possible to make the rescue and shovel down in time before he hits you. But what I like to do is, because you actually maintain some of the boost, you actually maintain some hit boost. So what I like to do is I like to take the hit from the dash, rescue, run away a little bit while I'm still faster than the hunter, and then as soon as it runs out, go in the shovel, because that way I have some distance, and then you for sure can't hit me. So we're going to use the super common chair over here in the middle of Arms Factory. This is another one. So before I even do anything, before I even do the rescue, I'm going to show you guys exactly how long it takes for Violinist to swing after a hit. So here we go. I'm going to show you guys again. This is the Violinist. This is literally me. I'm going to hit this lawyer, and I know I'm going to hit this lawyer her fact. So I'm going to be immediately trying to spam my attack button. There we go. One no. And second. I'm spamming my attack button. But nothing is happening. There's a delay. And that is exactly the delay that rescuers use to be able to rescue before you can get a second hit in. You cannot prevent rescues because of that. Because of this mechanic, you cannot prevent rescues. A long time ago, this is a fun fact. A long time ago, there was a thing in the game where the animation of getting hit prevented you from rescuing. And I learned a way around that. And that was the main reason people failed rescues, because they didn't know that you can cancel the animation. Like, you'd be up against Ripper, you'd be up against Feaster, people would get hit by the no recovery, and the animation lasts as long as their time to swing. So because of that, they can't make the rescue in time, and then they get hit. But people didn't know, now it's useless to know this, but you could actually cancel the animation and still rescue in time. Look at how fast that rescue was. Look at how fast it was. The moment I got a hit there, I'm already spamming the chair. Back then, this hit recovery, you guys see this right here. That animation takes about a second and a half. That was what would stop people from rescuing in time. Because that recovery, they would just stand there. And they'd be spamming the rescue button, right? And it didn't work back back then it didn't work. So if you watch my super old streams, you'll notice that I rescue very weirdly. I rescue in a very weird way back then. I would take a no recovery hit, and I would run, and then I would stop myself, and then I would rescue. Why did I do that every single time? Because the animation literally is stopping me from rescue. And I know if I don't cancel that animation, I'm gonna get hit again. So I have to cancel the animation, rescue, and then elbow pad away in time. And it was way harder back then, because you had to nail this. The moment the hunter swings, you had to already start moving. Move, rescue, elbow pad away, use your shovel, do something. Nowadays, it's so easy. Literally, some hunters, I'm literally just waiting there. I'm just waiting for them to just swing. And I literally only need one hand. I just can rescue with one hand. Literally. Like, I'm literally doing it right now. Rescue with one hand. I can have one hand tied behind my back and rescue against a double hit hunter with only one hand as long as I'm in front of the tree. Because they cannot stop the rescue. And that's just the way it works now. Are there any other hunters? Clown is the same thing. You have to rescue quick enough. I do want to show a Hell Ember. Someone asked, what's the secret to rescue against Hell Ember? You can actually make the fire spirit hit the chair. That's the secret. I'm not gonna swing with my main body. I'm just gonna have the fire spirit do its thing. Hopefully I don't screw this up. I never rescue against Hell Ember, so I might be a little bit rusty on this. But you can actually 180 the fire spirit. It doesn't have to hit the chair necessarily. But if it hits the chair, then it's done for. It can't swing again for the next 4 seconds. So that's how you want to rescue against Hell Ember. I don't think I put this in my rescue guide. This is something I realized after the rescue guide. That you can actually fake. You can actually go in a circle, just like a Feast Your Tentacle, and make him even hit the chair. A lot of the times, what I'll do is I'll have the Hell Ember hit me, and then the Fire Spirit is going to try to hit me, right? And then I circle it, and it hits the air, it hits the chair. If it doesn't hit the chair, it'll swing immediately afterwards, after the miss. A long time ago, they actually buffed Hell Ember. Well, they keep buffing Hell Ember, but the main buff that mattered was that after a miss, the Hell Ember Fire Spirit would just sit there and just do nothing for 5 seconds. It would just stand there. And now they fixed it so that when it actually... I have to build up Chase. I don't have any flames, so I have to build up at least one. Go ahead and hit him now. If I can make him hit the chair, that's great. If he doesn't hit the chair, that's fine. So, you guys can see here. I'll have the Hell Ember walk far away to demonstrate this, but you can literally have him just walk up to you and go in a circle like this, and you can do it multiple times in a row. Oopsie, I messed it up there. But if you go against Hell Ember a lot, this won't be that hard to do. Okay, he still stands. Oh, okay, he stands there after a hit, after a regular hit. Come on, move. But you can do this against the Fire Spirit. So you'll see me do this on kites. You'll see me do this on rescues. He can't swing at you. He can't swing at you. As long as you do it correctly, he can't swing at you. But it's not as easy to do as for a tentacle, because the body is bigger. Since the body is bigger, the tentacle is actually easier to circle because it's thinner. I'll see if I can make it hit the chair. If I make it hit the chair, that would be best case scenario. But again, sometimes he swings right away when he approaches you. Other times not really. Other times he's like this. What is he doing? What is bro doing? But that's how you're able to do it. I have an idea. I'm noticing a trend with this fire guy, with the Hell Ember thing. He always, when he walks up to you, he's swinging at a 90-degree angle. If you're trying to circle him, he always has a delay. But by the time he swings, you'll circle him about 90 degrees. I wouldn't try to make him purposely hit the chair. You're more likely to screw up that way. because that requires you to purposely stay still for a little bit, try to get him to turn around, but by the time he turns around, it's too late, because Ember has a fast swing. The Fire Spirit has a fast swing, at least. You can do the same thing with the, can you? I don't think you want to do it against the puppet. The best thing to do against the puppet is, just tap the repair button, the destruction button. And it'll stop it from attacking for like 3 seconds. So that's how you deal with the puppet. Maybe I could do all 3 at the same time. I'll do all 3 at the same time, and you can actually counter it. So just for fun, I'll do it with the puppet and the Fire Spirit all coming to me at the same time. Hopefully they don't attack together though. If they attack together, then I can only stop one of them. But here's the thing, most Hell Embers, I have to do it together because I'm playing on like one device at a time, but most Hell Embers, they're gonna have like a puppet pre-placed, something like that, so you just keep tapping the puppet. Even if they activate the puppet after you stop touching it, like let's say the puppet wasn't activated before you touch it, and then they activate after you stop touching it. It'll still think that it's being touched, and it won't do anything. Unless they change it. I'm gonna test this right now. So, this is why I touch the puppets. This is why I touch the puppets on the chair before they're even active. Because if you touch it and then they make it active, it still won't do anything. It'll be like as if you activated it and then you touched it. Same thing. Thank you so much, Mesty, for the donation. For the Australian dollar. Thank you so much. Donation for the dweeb from Luca. Thank you so much, Luca. Alright, I'm gonna need 3 flings for this though. Which means doing a cipher might actually be faster. If I get stunned, that would be the fastest. Right, I forgot. Up to 2 now. And now I have enough. I still need to hit some people for the puppet. Alright. So first thing I'm going to show is the puppet. I wonder if they fixed this. But you touch the puppet, and it's not supposed to attack you. So even if it's not active, let's say he activates it right after I stop touching it. It's still not going to do anything. And let's say it is active. That's what it looks like. That's how you counter Hell Ember puppets. So the puppets are actually the worst thing to use on a rescue because it's that easy. You don't have to touch it for long. You just have to touch it for a few seconds. Or like, literally, that's it. That's all you have to touch. They try to swing at you. But it's too late. I'm actually going to have Hell Ember pick up this puppet. Because I don't want to destroy it. He can pick it up while it's standing. And that's your chance to rescue if you want. So now I'll have both the puppet and the Fire Spirit attack me on a rescue. And hopefully I don't screw it up, because you can't take a hit from either of these, because then the Hell Ember is going to hit you for the second hit. So we'll have this guy activate. And then we're going to touch it just long enough for this guy to show up. There you go. And you can get hit afterwards. If you get hit afterwards, that's fine. But the thing is, I can't sacrifice too much time because the doll only takes a few seconds to come back. But you can do it as long as it doesn't teleport me in an awkward spot after I finish breaking the puppet. Sometimes, that's why you shouldn't rely on doing the puppet last second, by the way. Because notice how when you get off the puppet, it sometimes puts you in a really awkward spot. Where like you weren't even there before you start breaking the puppet, then suddenly puts you there. So make sure that when the Fire Spirit guy is approaching, make sure to get off the puppet a little bit earlier, so that way you don't become like unprepared, like in a random spot. So now that's the key there. But you can touch the puppet and then just juke the other one. You can do it mid-kite as well. It's literally the exact same thing. Just circle it. right as it walks up to you. The best thing to do, if let's say you don't want to circle it, right? Walking past it is another thing you can do. For this one, I don't need lamium. But let's say you're in a kite and like there's this guy approaching you. The fire spirit, I should say. This guy. If the fire spirit is approaching you, make sure. The best thing to do is to actually just run past it. You don't need to circle it. You don't need to do anything fancy. You only need to circle it really if it's like a on a rescue. But what I like to do is after I walk past it, I like to still circle it at least halfway. Because there are times where the fire spirit doesn't swing right away. And because it doesn't swing right away, it likes to wait half a second, and then after you walk past it, then it swings, right? And then it's really annoying. That's why after I walk past it, I just circle afterwards. Because think about it, walking past it is essentially like doing half of a circle. So let's say some rando fire spirit is coming along. And he's gonna hopefully approach me. Hopefully, come on. There we go. So this is what I will do on kites. I will literally just run past him like that. Notice that he didn't swing there right away. So me turning like that last second actually doesn't matter. But let's see what it looks like if you don't turn around all the way. This is what happens. You see, there he swung early. But let's say he swings later. Ah, dang, it ran out. See, so do you guys notice how sometimes it swings like earlier, so that's not like looking to the side, like it looks closer to like more your direction? So that's the number one thing. Just walk past it. That's the first step. You don't have to do some crazy circle. Even on a rescue, I'm not so sure you have to do it for sure. So let's have this guy break the pallet. He should break it. He should be smart enough to know that there's a survivor in front of him. Here we go. Now he'll follow me. Every once in a while, the AI confuses me just as much as the hunters. So if I run past, there's a chance it hits me like that. It's not consistent. To just run past it is not enough. You have to do a little bit of a circle to guarantee that he won't hit you afterwards. It's probably gonna disappear now. Like that. He would have hit me right there if I just kept running straight. The one thing is walls. Walls make this difficult to do because then if there's a wall in the way, you can't do the full 180. Like you'll try to walk past it, and then you'll try to like do a hook to the side, and you can't because there's a wall in the way. So you're gonna end up getting hit. Let's see if I can show that to you guys as well. Nice pallet sunset key. Alright, and this should be enough with this second pallet. So let's say I'm up against the wall. Let's say he's got me cornered up against the wall. And I try to circle it. I literally can't. Literally cannot circle it all the way. You have to pray that it swings immediately. You can circle it a little bit. Have him follow me a little bit. You see, in an open area, it becomes a lot easier. But when there's a wall in the way, things can get dicey because that wall is gonna end up body blocking. In that situation, all he has to do is go around the other side. But I'm really trying to show like it's kind of awkward because these fire spirits aren't consistent like with their routing. So sometimes they won't be hugging the wall. As long as they're not hugging the wall, you can do like a little bit of the circle, and that's all you need. But that's how you do the that's why Helmber's not a good hunter. Even on rescues, a super knowledgeable rescuer will do that to you, and it's just gonna drive you mad. It's gonna drive you especially mad when that thing hits the chair. That thing's just done for if it hits the chair. Because after it hits anything, it just stands there for like 5 seconds doing nothing. They never fixed that part about the fire spirit. The fire blink predict. I've been waiting 3 damn years for him to get a global call of this. Is it me? Who? Hell, Ember? how do you counter a Gamekeeper? Walls. Walls is the best way because his hook can't go through walls. As for the traps, you kind of have to know where he spawns, and then you can take a guess what kind of traps he's placing. If he spawned like at hospital double doors, you can bet that he put a trap there. But the best way to counter Gamekeepers, you can't be in open areas. If you see him picking out through a window, don't go out right away. Like let's say you're at shed and you see him peeking out the window, like trying to hook you. Go behind a wall. Go behind some other wall. Like wait for him to go past the window. Don't let yourself get hooked through a window or something like that. Any area where it's like open like that, that's the way. Now, what do you do with Gamekeeper if it's like an area that he can hook over? Because that's probably what you're asking. Like, what do you do if it's an area that a Gamekeeper can hook over? There's a few areas in the map where he can do it. But basically, anywhere where Acrobat can jump over or Anti-Crank can jump over, so can a Gamekeeper hook over, and so can the Foggy Blades fly over without hugging the wall. So I'll show an example. What I mean by being able to jump over a wall. There are certain walls in this game that are considered low terrain. And that's the stuff that Anti-Crank can jump over, that Wildling can jump over with his pig, that Acrobat can jump over. But these exact walls, these same walls are the exact same where like Gamekeeper can hook over them. Ripper Blade can just fly over them without him having to hug it. It's like you hop on that composer, shows your tapping skills? Nah. So there's a few basic ones. There's like a few obvious ones. Some of them would be, of course I had to spawn across the map. There's no like super short benches on this map. The only super short bench is like over here. But like anything that's like a bench, Gamekeeper can hook over. And so if you want to counter Gamekeeper, you just can't afford to go in these areas. Because you will die. Like, he hooks over and it's a free hit every time. You could try to juke it, you could try to walk backwards. But yeah, like right here, I can hook him right over. I can get hooked right over this. It just goes right through. Let's see. Here's another one. Here's another wall. This is another type of wall that that Gamekeeper hooks over. You see, guys? Do you guys see this wall right here? This is a wall you'll see a lot on movement on this side of the map. You see them here. You see it here. You see it right here. So these walls show up in almost every kiting spot. And because they're all exactly the same, it means that Gamekeeper can hook over every single one of them. Here, he can hook over it. All these walls, he can hook over. It's like right now. He could see me. A good Gamekeeper will just go ahead and whoop, you laid. And he can hook over all of these types of walls. Everything that's exactly looking like this. Like this exact wall right here. There's like a few like weird ones that it's like sometimes they count, but not all of them are the same. So sometimes some of them do. That one would count though. Like right here, this is a very predictable hook. This is one of the main ways to counter Gamekeeper is that when it's a very predictable hook spot like here. Now that you know what can be hooked over and what can't be hooked over, this is like one of the more predictable ones. He'll come around the corner if you end up looping here, and all you have to do is walk to the side, but I can't do it with two screens. It's kind of hard. But you just have to walk to the side like that and sidestep him. If you see him crash, it means that he has a second hook. So be careful of that, because that means his hook is still up. Even though he didn't hit this wall, he ended up hitting this wall instead. And so that means he has a second hook. So if that happens, you have to either sidestep him again or some. The whole thing that you're trying to do with this hunter is I love this area. Dude, I have been trying to make this trick work for years, and it doesn't work because you just sometimes stick to the wall for no reason. But even though the wall's behind you, it makes zero sense. Like, But anyway, that's the thing with Gamekeeper. Is that he can hook over somebody. So how do you counter that? You have to use areas with tall walls. You have to use elevation. Right here would be a great example. If you can reach the kiting area like this and he's not right behind you, you can actually go up here. He can't hook you this whole time. The whole thing that you're doing is you're delaying the hook. You're just delaying it and delaying it and delaying it. The best survivors against Gamekeeper wouldn't be Patient though. It wouldn't be Acrobat. It would be stuff like Perfumer. It would be stuff like Seer. Survivors who after they get hooked, before they get hooked, they can save themselves. Some people might be like, oh, but Perfumer is not a good counter to Gamekeeper because you get hooked, you try to perfume, he puts a trap, he hits you. And then you perfume back and you get trapped. That's true. But that's actually the wrong way to use Perfumer against Gamekeeper. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to hook right before you get... You're supposed to perfume right before you get hooked. So that way you perfume back to your old spot and then he can never trap you in the first place. And it's also still not a hit. What was I trying to show here? Oh yeah, Flywheel does not work against Gamekeeper anymore. I do want to show this. Some people might be saying, oh, use Flywheel against Gamekeeper. That was recently nerfed in the latest update. Flywheel now is like an obstacle. If you Flywheel, he'll smash into you instead of like wasting his hook. It treats you like an obstacle. That's not the only survivor who works like that. They've also nerfed a few abilities. Enchantress is not a good survivor against Gamekeeper because you don't start with any abilities. So if you're in a bad spot, you just automatically die. Enchantress is not good against a lot of hunters. Even against Sculptor and Bowman, I do not recommend Enchantress because it's one of the worst survivors to play if you want to 1v1 a kite. I'm gonna show this as Magician. Magician works like this now. Entomologist bees work like this now. And Flywheel. Those are the three things. Alright. Pretty easy spawn here. Gamekeeper will be able to catch up right away. So these things used to be good counters against Gamekeeper, but not so much anymore. It's still good if they're behind a wall. So like right here would be a bad example of this ability being used. Because like let's say I just use my illusion right before he's about to hook. He hooks straight to the illusion. It's like an obstacle. But now I'll show you a different example where the illusion is actually just as good as before. Let's say I'm over here, right? And he wants to hook me. And he wants to get a sneaky hook in, like he's playing like Gamekeeper, right? He can hook me from here. But here's the thing. Because there's a wall in the way, him hooking does nothing. Like see, he's hooking onto the illusion. But it's not pushing him closer to it because there's a wall in the way. He has to climb over the window first. And so every time he vaults his window, you could just vault another one, right? And if he ever tries hooking through a window, that's what you would do as a Magician or Entomologist. So did it really change a whole lot? No, not really. Not really. Like, it only makes it so you can't abuse it as badly. Like in the past, we would go out in the open and he could just do nothing about it. Like right here, let's say he's about to hook me. Oh. I guess I didn't aim my screen correctly, but if I aimed that correctly, he would hook. It would just hit the illusion. It just wouldn't do anything. So this is also pretty decent kiting area against Gamekeeper right here. Anything with tall walls really wouldn't be that bad. But that's how you want to counter Gamekeeper. If you were ever at a pallet that he could hook you through, you need to stun him. If you drop it, he hooks you right through. So you can't afford to drop pallets when he has a hook, when he's right in front of the pallet. Try to drop pallets around corners when he can't hook you. That's the key. That's what you're aiming for. Who's Squeaky? There's some really weird windows. Yeah, that's not just a gamekeeper thing though. That is something that Geisha can do. She can also face through the windows. So if I actually have Psyche leave here, and I just do a single training match, right? Just do a single training match. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Who's squeaky? Anyway, I think someone said before, Enchantress is good against a Gamekeeper. Not really. You don't start with anything, and sometimes you won't have the right area. This is something with every. This is something with like every single. What's it called? Every single hunter. Sometimes you won't have the right area to work with against that hunter, so you need an ability to get out of there or to help yourself. Enchantress has nothing of that. So let's say, oh, okay, so I'll take a hit. I'll get a stack. I'll get another stack from them being close to me, right? By the way, this is the Geisha thing. Geisha can go right through these walls. Doesn't even matter how far. It doesn't even matter how far. She can also go above these walls, so be careful of that. I think that Geisha's probably best map is Church, because it's small and the areas are very easily traversable like this. Unless that happens. That's why I don't like playing Geisha. Like right here, sometimes the butterfly is fine. Like, I was expecting these railings to block me. But like, you'll notice that this pal's in the way, so this pal's actually going to stop my dash. And that's just how Geisha works. But there are a lot of things you can do with Geisha on Church that you cannot do. Why did it just break there? Is it because of the rock? But you can just phase right through these windows, even this one. If the butterfly would just disappear. You can see through them. They don't have to be broken. They can be solid like this one. And you can still dash through. Assuming it doesn't go behind a wall. And you can just do this. And, you can do the exact same thing as Gamekeeper. Gamekeeper's hook goes through that. Is there any other character that like can take advantage of it? Spider's shot can go through it. Anyone else that like really matters? Waxers can shoot through it, I bet. Anything with like a projectile, it can go through. That's the same window you can face through as Acrobat? I'm not so sure about that. Acrobat is a body, not a projectile. So I don't think it works the exact same. But I'll try it on every single one just in case. But Spider can shoot through these things. So every once in a while you might get surprised by something like that. And it can happen, Like, they can definitely utilize this every once in a while. Shooting through this wall. Now, fortunately there was, the chair is not in the way. The chair barely isn't in the way of the window. So, you can actually always shoot, even if there's no chair here. So this is a consistent strategy. Sometimes, every once in a while, you can maybe do this with Spider. But it's very hard to pull that off because usually you won't be in that situation. You can also make the web shoot higher up. That's something that people might not know. You can actually make the web shoot higher down or lower down. I know it's not really looking like it right now, but that's because there's no survivor. If there was a survivor there, the game would detect that I shot it upwards and it would like start curving upwards. And I've had times like that. It can also shoot against over stuff like this one. Like you can shoot over that. These benches. Foggy Blade can do the exact same thing. Because of that, Gamekeeper can do the exact same thing as well. But yeah. Gamekeeper can do the exact same. Bro, everyone's wasting their items. Yo, Dade. 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 No, this is too much fun. How can this not be fun? Don't you guys find this hilarious? This is great. Oh, there was no survivor here. Was it at this cipher? Yes. I love placing walls on the side. Perfectly balanced as all things should be, getting walls on the side. Yes. Perfectly normal spiderweb here. Yes. Yeah, when they're going up the ramp, if you shoot upward, it does shoot them. You can also shoot down the ramp. I've had times where the spiderweb just flies down, and it just hits the person down below. Last thing I want to test is the acrobat thing. Can acrobat go through it? I've already played Five Nights at Freddy's. I've streamed the first 4 games of Five Nights at Freddy's. It was from 1.5 years ago. Ultimate Custom Night will go so hard. I've watched a lot of people play that. See, there's a weird thing on church where one of these windows doesn't have glass in it, but you can't jump through it still. There's like some pretty neat stuff you can do on a hospital. There's some neat stuff. You can completely skip this bench, and if you do it perfectly, you can not only skip this bench, but put a mud ball perfectly in there, so I don't even have to cross the whole bench. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to do the phasing through the window thing. I don't think this will work. Most of these shouldn't work. Maybe one of them works. Maybe one of them were like the gate, where like the bars aren't in the way. That one hit the cipher though. Do all these make different noises? I never noticed, but every single ball makes a different noise. Interesting. But yeah, most of the walls are over here. I'm guessing that maybe Acrobat can jump through a wall without bars in the way. Really? You can jump over this way? I didn't know that. Okay. That might save me. I doubt it because it's so easy to walk around on the other side. But if you're ever over here, you ever come from this direction, maybe, but this doesn't make sense to do. This doesn't make sense to do because the hunter's gonna come from here and block you out from graveyard. It doesn't make any sense to do this. So it's not really worth running in a route. This just automatically blocks you off. Yeah, exactly. If you're using a ball in that area, you're pretty much done for anyway. I was expecting to be able to jump over these walls, where there's like, the bars are a little bit more broken. I don't know. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Yeah, but you can't jump over any of these. I don't think I'm forgetting any, am I? I think those are all the, oh no, there's one right here. And maybe this one? If you could go through that one, that would be like the most useful one. Because not only would you go through this wall that's kind of annoying to go around, but if you leave something like a mud wall behind, it would actually be perfectly in the way of this like thin area. But because you can't go through it, just won't let you. There's one here. I wonder if this is worth. No, bro. Imagine if that's like the one window you could go through, the most useless one. Oh right, there's these. Alright, let's try this. No, and there's one more. I remembered about one more. One right here. Two right here, actually. Oh, there's more over here, actually. You know what? Oh, I know why. I know why. Oh, I realized something. Do you guys notice something about this window? It looks exactly the same like the other one. They just reused it. That's why you're able to go through it. Any window that's like higher up like this, you see how that one is like smaller and shorter? These are not the exact same window, so it's not going to work. But for whatever reason, this window has different properties where exactly Acrobat can go over. This one, same thing, you can't go through this one. It's an entirely different window. Alright, I'll go ahead and show the thing I was trying to do on stream earlier today. You can actually jump over this wall as Acrobat. But I wonder if you can't do it at an angle. I wonder if that's why. Can you just not do it at an angle? It's not really doing me favors. You might just not be able to do this at an angle. Could be that I just can't do it at an angle. That's probably what. That's probably what it is. Even at my highest part of the jump, when I'm at my highest when I'm perfectly in the middle between the white and me, that's when I'm highest. Some things don't allow you to jump over the window, like the holes, if you're not at your highest. Like sometimes it just won't let you. But it looks like it has to be even perfectly straight. This is not a consistent thing. Looks like it's only done at one angle. One angle only. See, that time was a lot easier. I wonder if I have to actually get closer. Ah, you have to get closer. That's what. If you do it at the wrong angle, though, it still blocks. Maybe if I got closer that game, it would have let me. Okay, so you're actually supposed to get closer. That's what. I wonder if this chest has something to do with this, with not being able to go on the other side. It probably does. Is the chest the thing that's blocking it on the other side? I wonder. If you do it perfectly, you can actually go through it, but it's not consistent. There's another one over here. This one's kind of useless though, pretty useless. Just as hard to pull off, probably. Probably even harder because there's like garbage in the way, walls in the way. But you can pull this one off as well. It's just not practical. There's also a thing of being too close. This angle's easier to do as opposed to this one. It seems like just on certain sides, it's easier to do it on certain sides. Although maybe not. It seems like you have to aim right between here, between like this rock and this rock. That's the sweet spot. Because if you try jumping through this rock like right here, it seems like there's an invisible wall here. It'll never let you through. Even if it touches it a little bit. You have to aim perfectly right down the middle. But even then. Interesting about church, this is why I don't really like church Acrobat, is that you can't go in here because of the stairs. You can only exit out like this. And then it leaves the wall. But these stairs are actually in the way. Same thing over here. You can't jump into this window from a height, from like below. You have to get at least a little bit. At least a little bit on the ledge, and then it lets you go through. But man. Someone just pinged me something on Discord. Bruh, someone just pinged me for no reason. Bruh, momento. Time to ban that girl. Time to ban them. See, I wonder if Patient can go through these walls. It probably won't let me, because it'll probably think I want to vault the window as, like, the wall as usual. It'll probably think that, I'm almost for sure. See, these windows are more useful for something like Antiquarian. Because Antiquarian can, if there's a person on the other side of these windows, like let's say someone died. Someone somehow, some way, died on the other side of this wall. Like right here, and they're getting picked up. And the hunter sees you through this window, right? And they know you're too far. Jumping through it. See, I don't even know if it's gonna let me. Look at it. It thinks I want to jump over the wall. It thinks I want to jump over the wall. It doesn't work. It always thinks I want to jump the wall. Dude, some of that wall doesn't even exist. Look at that. You go right through it. But man. So yeah, probably Anti-Crane can take advantage of it. I remember a long time ago, there was like this glitch here with Patient where if you perfectly aim it, you'd glitch down into the basement. Like down a floor below. I remember. I don't think it works anymore, but it's not bad. It's doable. Doable. I'm gonna try for the other window. Let's try for the other window. This one right here. It probably won't let me, because look at this. It's the exact same type of wall. Look at this. The whole wall structure is the exact same. It probably, yeah, you can go through it at the top. It's the exact same type of wall. Dude, the devs don't only reuse the windows, they reuse the walls themselves. Dude, that's funny. Alright. Why pinging Scuttle while he's streaming? Bro, what is these names? What are you guys coming up with? Bro, this area is so sad for Patient. Your best shot is like something like this, if you get teleported on. If the pallet here is broken, literally your best shot is this. How do you do it again? I forgot. Like this. Like that. That's much better. See, if Patient could go through these windows, it would be actually really good. These windows would serve a purpose. If Patient could go through them, it would serve a purpose. But... Dude, someone told me you can't vault these fences. Yes, you can. Bruh. Oh, Patient can only hook off the tree and you can't go, bruh. Bruh, who said this? Literally every single part of this fence. Heck, sometimes I like to vault this part for fun. This is actually not a bad place to hook off of, though. I think it's a lot more reliable, because sometimes I'll hook off like a tree and the tree will just get me stuck. But yeah, it's sad. Alright guys. I think that'll be the end of the stream. I think that'll be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all another stream. Dang, it almost made through the window. No, I'm not ending the stream until I make it through this window. With this tech. With this tech I discovered a long time ago. It's really hard to do. It's not really realistic to jump through the window, but it's technically possible. If you can jump through the window with your hook, that's value. Whew! Value Town! Ooh, there you go. That's how you do it. Alright, guys. That'll be in the stream today. Ugh. Alright, guys. I'm gonna get off my butt. I've been sitting on this chair for 3 hours with nothing. Thank you guys, everyone who donated. I really appreciate it, guys. I'll see you later, guys. Oh, wait. Let me update the record. No, it's on the other account. Okay, we're updating the record first. I gotta update the record. I'm Slim Shady. Yes, I'm the real Shady. All you other Shadies. Slim Shady, I'm done. Oh my god. Does anyone know what you guys are talking about? Anyone? Anyone? Any volunteers? Alright, I'm gonna check the record. Probably very sad. Alright. It's the 5th of June already? Damn, bro. Damn, it's already the 5th of June. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 wins? Okay, okay, I see you. I see you, fella. Not bad, not bad. Not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, not terrible. We had a few kind of what are those moments in our matches, but you know, nothing too bad today. 1, 2. Alright, guys. I'll see y'all later. For real now. Take care. This is Psyche. Peace. Whew.